live?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Shattered Star. This is a first edition Pathfinder campaign that is drawing very near to its sunset. Uh, I'll talk about that a little more in a minute. First, let's find out who the hell we are. Ava.
Hi, I'm Ava. I play Faya, the human witch, with a few goodies in the pocket dimension. Wait, that's a different spell.
You
You
have
know
you
what?
have like a choreographed song and dance for your introduction, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're the
Well,
backup
I
dancers.
don't give a shit. Um, and I sometimes stream. I usually play World of Warcraft lately or Dead by Daylight, and then I collect skins on Overwatch when they're available. Yes,
If
I
anyone
keep them
doesn't
in my
know what
closet.
Overwatch is, that is a really disturbing thing to say. I love it.
Well, like, you get skins in other games. Come on. If you're a gamer, you know.
Faya collects
Cosmetics.
skins too.
Yeah. It seems to just be an on-brand Ava thing to be doing now at this point. It's just to collect skin. Ooh, there's my slippers.
Oh no.
I just chugged a lot of a Red Bull, so soon I'm going to be bouncing off the walls. So, sorry if you see me like just come and go.
Well, you just
So
gotta
what's the
take like the
energy?
ceiling off, then you can fly out.
Yeah, I
You won't
mean,
be bouncing.
then I wouldn't be able to play. But
Oh,
yeah, so
yeah,
if I
that's true.
get up and walk away a lot, it's just because I made a mistake.
Who
and
the
I don't
hell
regret
lets you
it.
drink a Red Bull? You're already high energy. Thank you. Thank you. Alvin.
Yes, that's me. I'm Alvin. I'm playing Olak, the half-orc war priest of Gorum, who, if you can't solve it with a sword, sometimes he might use his fist. If you can't use his fist, he'll use his sword. If you can't use the sword, he'll use both fists. And if not, he'll give it a headbutt. That's using his head.
You didn't mention the battering ram.
Well, it's an option, but it's not the go-to option.
That's more the self-indulgent, like I had a rough day at work weapon.
Mm-hmm. And I've been rather happy lately because I've been playing Gundam Evolution. I didn't quite like Overwatch, but I've been enjoying the Gundams.
That is very on brand.
Very mediocrely good.
Can you, in the spirit of Star Metals, can you give us some trivia relating to alloys today? You got anything? Any alloy
I'm not
or,
really
or
that
any metal?
great with metallurgy. There was a certain time when I was watching a blacksmith, and I basically pretty much broke one of my toenail because I dropped a mallet on it because I was playing around with the hammering tools. But yeah, you gotta stay away from the heavy things and wear probably a steel-toe boot when you're in a blacksmith workshop.
That's damn good advice.
Yeah, things they were heavy.
Also, Alvin, buddy. Ashley.
I'm Ashley. I play Sayoni, the sorceress. And it's not just in those places that there are heavy things. In high school, I dropped a 25-pound weight on my foot. And I got to get out of gym for the rest of the year.
Oh,
so
what? The rest of the year?
Yeah. Because my foot was fucked up. Not broken, just fucked up.
You got a whole year? Like the whole rest? Like when was
well,
this?
Well, it wasn't like a full year. It was in high school.
Well,
It was like a few months worth.
Okay, but so we're talking like not end of the school year. We're talking you got some good time off.
Definitely.
Right on.
It hurt though.
Yeah. Was it worth it?
No.
No.
Maybe. When I'm not playing Sayoni, engaged with these nice people. I already said she's a sorceress. I just spoke really fast so you couldn't hear.
Oh.
I did say it.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's been a long week.
So why don't you just shut up and let me talk? Thank you. So I play Ashley when I'm not playing Sayoni. I make stuff and sell it online. You can find it at Pixelbound Studios on Etsy and Instagram. And I've been crazy con prepping for a con that's in less than 2 weeks. It's very nerve-wracking, but also fun. I'll show you this. I cut my stickers out by hand, so this is what they look like beforehand. I print them. It's the Mighty
Hey, I
Nine.
know those guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate that almost all of them are upside down,
They're-
with the
I gotta-
exception of
I
Talisman's
gotta fit them in a
characters.
fucking page, okay? Gotta be efficient. But yeah, that's about it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Michael?
I'm Michael. I play Lem, the Halfling Bard. That's what I do.
Did you just...
You said
He
Lem?
said it. He said it. He said it. The thing,
Wait, who's
the whole
Lem?
thing.
Somebody
That's
take note of the date and time.
insanity.
I feel like you should be concerned if he's doing that.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, okay. What else you got?
That's all I got.
That's it?
That's it.
Was our reactions to you using the name Lem the bit you had planned for today? Is that...
There's no bit. No plan.
He is a Machiavellian mastermind.
Sweating intensifies.
Yeah. How about Saraha?
That is me. Hello. I play Kyra, cleric, and when I'm not doing that, I do stream. When I'm not on a break from streaming, because mental health is important. And that's all I got to say there.
Got to start throwing around the word sabbatical.
Sabbatical? That makes
Yeah.
it sound like I had a complete mental breakdown and I was forced to take a sabbatical, which is what happened. But
Yeah, I mean, but
whatever.
also
Also, people can't question you that way now.
it's true.
That's true. That's true. Good point. Good point. That is my vocab.
It's
And
even
half
better if
people
you
out there are gonna be
say
too embarrassed to ask, what the hell does the sabbatical mean? They're just gonna be like, oh yeah, okay.
it's even better if you say you took it for a fortnight.
A fortnight.
Oh yeah.
A fork knife.
Fortnight. 2 weeks. Fortnight.
Oh, fair. It's been more like 2 months, but sure.
A couple fortnights.
Mhm.
A few fortnights.
A few fortnights. There you go. That's us. So if you want to be involved in the game tonight, chat, you can also be
Who
involved.
are you, though?
Oh. Well, I'm Pascal Archer. I'm the GM. I guess I should probably introduce myself. You're right. I got excited. I run the game. I bring the NPCs to life and the monsters and a few clockwork entities and that really epic looking lady with the 4 wolf heads and all the tentacles. When I'm not doing that, I also stream on Twitch, and apparently now I'm required to do spooky stuff, which I've been. That's it. So chat, let's talk more about you. If you want to be involved in the game tonight, you can be involved by spending your gold pieces on chat's blessings, which is a channel point redemption. And our players can spend those blessings to give plus or minus 1 to any d20 roll per point spent. And they have been known to spend like 11 so they can one-shot an ancient blue dragon that was meant to be like a game session long fight and was supposed to be this really menacing, intimidating thing. But no!
Okay,
We'll just
no,
use
no, no, no,
destruction
no.
and...
It's 2 shot. There was harm and destruction.
Harm and destruction. I'm not mad.
True.
Right. So without any further ado, let's get this show on the road. Elvin. Hello, welcome back. Here to tell you what's been happening in Shattered Star is Bard Extraordinaire, Larry.
Could very well be. Well, here we are again, apparently near the end, everybody. So how about that? That's a crazy thing.
But who said
This group of strange misfits and weirdos has come to a fairly awful place. We have come to the island of Zin, replete with our not-so-shattered star. In fact, it's the opposite of shattered. We have put it together against much advice, but it seems to have served us well. And we have come here to find out what's going on with this creepy island that's come out of the water, with apparently a bunch of clockwork horrors ready to come and wreak havoc on the world. And shockingly, we are here to do something about it. So we've been wandering around, exploring the things, opening the doors, regretting opening the doors, and then opening more doors again. That's a thing that we've been doing.
You've opened a lot of doors.
We have opened a lot of doors, and we have encountered the Ghost of Zin, which seems frankly a bit cray-cray. But I guess that's what you get when you've been sort of semi-alive for 10,000 years, and everybody pissed you off, and now you're just kind of a paranoid git. But that's fine. It's fine. Sure, it'll be fine. We have encountered many terrible things, and you should watch some of the past episodes on the YouTube things if you want to see what kind of terrible things we've dealt with, but they have been pretty terrible. One of which was Larry, but that was a while back. You'll have to go find out about that on your own. I'm sure something equally terrible is coming up. So I think the last time we got together, we began moving through the remainder of the upper reaches, I believe, of this strange place. We have fought, I don't know, didn't we have a blast from the past? Was that last episode? Yeah, a blast from Sione's past. Twice, as I recall. And sucked both times. So thanks a lot for that, Sione. Yeah, lots of other bad things. I don't know. I can't remember all the bad things, to be perfectly honest. They're pretty terrible. I just try to forget about it and go to bed.
Where we left off, you were in the last of the 7 sky metal vaults. A vault of abyssium, a type of toxic star metal. And you found an enchanted demon who was bound into this vault, but was seemingly willing to converse with you. She gave you some answers about where Zin was and what he had done to her, and she kind of really was pushing you to set her free.
And I may have accidentally insulted her.
Yeah.
Also.
She did reveal the secret to returning from these vaults, though, on how to navigate them. Unfortunately, before you could do that, she seemed to have finally grown bored with your conversation, or maybe just offended one too many times, or both. And she raised her 7 star metal swords and looked as though she were about to attack.
Wait, 7? Is one in her mouth?
No.
Can you show that picture again?
Yes. That's her. I was wrong. 1 sword, 2 sword, 3 sword, 4 sword, 5 sword. She does not have an abyssium sword.
there's 6 swords?
I don't see 7.
There are 6 swords. You're correct. I was thinking that there was one of each type of star metal, but there is not an abyssium sword.
She's missing one from her collection.
Well, abyssium's a powder. It's sort of the toxic air in the room.
I guess that counts, right?
Yeah, kind of. I'm going to need you guys to roll initiative.
I'll raise you that and run away. I'd like to leave. Oh, let's see. Oh, I got 24.
24 for
Nice.
Sione, 19 for Kyra,
Yeah.
above average.
Oh, yeah.
10 for Lem. Oh no. We've got a 13 for Olak. Will there be any familiars participating in tonight's fight?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay then.
I wish I could choose not to participate in this
So,
fight.
Sione, you have initiative as this gigantic serpentine woman begins to raise these 6 swords, her tail sort of rattling like a rattlesnake.
It's been a little bit. Did we do a check on her?
You did not.
I would like to do that. Arcana?
Okay.
Yeah, Arcana.
No, this would be planes.
Planes.
Okay, I'll just die then.
Didn't do a check on her? I thought we did.
I thought we did, and I thought we failed.
You may have. You may have. I really don't remember, to be honest.
No. Oh, yeah. Faya,
Is there a planes check up there?
Yeah. Faya got 20. Lem got 28. I got 17.
Wait, Lem got 28.
Yeah, for knowledge planes.
Lem should have identified this then.
Okay.
So
Probably
I
did.
will link that to you.
I didn't make a roll, but I assume there's no point because 10 is my max.
What the hell is your name on here? Lurk. There it is.
That being the case, she looks like she's not. Is she a caster? Can I tell that?
You can see that she is holding 6 swords.
Well, you could still cast. I'm gonna stay right next to Kyra. And I guess I'm gonna try. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Oh, I don't have. My spell slots are low. I'm gonna cast Resilient Sphere on her. So here's the spell. You need to make a reflex save.
Spell resistance. Please make your caster level check.
Oh, fine. I get a bonus. I rolled really bad. It's 19 plus. Oh wait. This isn't concentration checks.
Correct. It's
Spell
level check.
penetration.
Yep, that apply to this.
So it'd be 21.
Okay. The spell does not have any effect on her. As you cast this bubble around her, she just sort of stretches her arms out, and the bubble shatters before it can form.
But it still uses the spell slot, yeah.
It does, yes.
Okay, I'll just be here.
Okay. Kyra. You're going nowhere, she says.
Wait, did you just try to cast on her or on the ground?
On her.
On her? Hang on. I got this. I'm just gonna try
Oh, here we go.
to cast detect magic in on divination spell in the thingy. If you want me to pick a different divination spell, I can.
I think any
No, that'll work.
divination should work.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Hopefully
Almost
everyone's
gotcha.
on the thingy.
Nobody's moved, as far as I'm aware. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all stood on the thing.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. That'll work.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Kyra
We'll be back
casts
later.
this spell into the center of the thing. That's uncanny. And then suddenly, even as this giant 6-armed serpent darts toward you with the 6 star metal swords, all of you
Terrifying.
are engulfed in light. And
Now,
then
do we
you're
go back to
back
the beginning? We do go back to the beginning.
Wait,
Let's go.
what'd you do?
I took us out of there.
Why?
We don't need to fight her if we don't need
She's
I mean,
guarding the door.
yeah, but we're not prepared to go in there, I don't think.
Well, we could have taken
No.
care of her then.
Well, right, but we can't
good point.
stay in there. It
Did
was.
not think about that, but you know what? That's fine.
I think if we prepare, maybe you can cast that environmental thing, and we won't be having to make fortitude saves every round.
I believe that's already been cast on you guys.
Oh yeah, I did cast those ones.
You did?
That lasts, yeah. I don't know how long that lasts. 24 hours or something like that. Life bubble?
Wait, so
no,
we didn't have to make... Did that actually help, or no?
Yeah, life bubble will work.
Yeah.
But we made fortitude saves last time.
That's because you didn't have it
until I
before.
cast it,
Before
because I
life
didn't
bubble,
know
yeah.
that.
Oh,
we
I
didn't
see.
know right away.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it lasts 32 hours divided
cow.
by.
Oh, between us.
Divided by 5.
You divide this duration in any manner you wish, not necessarily between one creature per caster level. Okay. 32 hours divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So about
a
6.
Weird, about 6 hours, yeah. I can always cast again. Fine.
Either
After
way, I wasn't exactly ready to fight her. I can be, if that's what you all want to do.
I mean, if we want to go back, but I think we have to go back through all the things to get back there, so.
Well, we know how now, so...
Well, no, can't we go the opposite way?
I don't think it's a circle. Is it?
You could do a knowledge arcana check to determine if you could go the other direction.
Okay. I feel like Zin would want the ease of going wherever he needed to.
I do not
35?
have ranks in that.
35. I was hoping you'd take longer so I'd have more time to look this up.
Nope, I roll fast, baby.
You get the sense that no, you could not from this chamber go there.
Yeah, I feel like you have
I
to go
don't
in
think
order.
it works like that, unfortunately.
Though, from the first vault, you might be able to. I'm double checking that one as well.
So if you go to the first vault from here, then from the first vault you can go to any of the vaults? Or you can just go to the last one. Kind of weird.
Sorry, I'm looking it up.
Zin, learn how to design stuff.
Yeah, Zin, your architecture's on par with fucking Gary Gygax's, alright? Been in the temple.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah, it is a one-way circuit.
That's
I
one way.
thought.
But we know that's probably the way we need to go.
Sorry, Olak, I didn't realize you were really gunning for that fight. Should've guessed.
Ugh.
Gunning for any
That's my
fight.
bad.
I could
That's
take
my bad.
those swords.
I believe you.
Sure, you would like to take them. Oh, speaking of which, did Arcane Sight reveal anything? I probably already asked this, so never mind.
At present, no. The
I meant
room looks the same
with
as-
her with the sword specifically. But...
Yeah, you never took the time to focus on it, so it just never really came up.
Sure.
Her weapons were magical. That's
That
the best you
doesn't
can
sound
say.
like me. So if there's anything else we wanted to do here before we go there, that might be.
Oh, yeah.
Or we could rest here.
I mean, there was the flooded lower level if we think that there was anything useful in there. I don't know, though. Although life bubble would help that. No, it wouldn't. Would
Do
it?
we know a way to get down there?
I imagine the elevator thingy will still work.
I could send Dragon and Dodgy if you wanted down there.
Breathe freely even underwater or in a vacuum. Hey, yeah, we could breathe underwater with life bubble, so if we wanted to not waste that spell.
I don't need it. I got my pearl.
Well, yeah, I know you have some items for that too, but...
Well, why don't one of you put on the helmet?
Because I am already wearing something on my head.
It's a bit heavy.
Doesn't look good.
I need to be able to turn my head quickly, and I can't do that with the helmet.
Yeah, we can go check out down there, see if there's anything. Maybe we can use the Horicalcum down there, even though it's flooded.
Well, I feel like we don't have a solution yet.
Yeah. So maybe something down there would give it to us.
Maybe.
Okie dokie.
Other than the solution, other than just kicking his ass, I don't know
And the-
anything else to do.
We did learn.
Well, he's a
something,
ghost.
didn't we? I
Yes,
do have
I
a
know,
ghost touch
Oleg.
scimitar now.
We didn't even take care of the last ghost we ran into.
That's true, we didn't.
We didn't have to.
Oh, but didn't we learn something about rune giants or something? Had to do with him.
I know there's a rune giant assassin.
That was the assassin, was a rune giant, yeah.
Which the rune lords
Which is interesting because he
commanded.
created them, according to.
Well, he might have created them, but the rune lords commanded him. I believe.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we might as well go look down there, I guess. Because we don't really have a lot of information still. Let's go.
So this elevator.
Didn't
and
we
take
hear
it-
something about getting, like, if we could get in his head, that would be a really good thing?
If we could
You mean find the skull?
use the.
No,
I
not
didn't
like
write
that,
that
Oleg.
down. I didn't write that down. It was
Well, how else would you get
in,
into
like,
his
4
head?
weeks.
Alright, it's been a couple minutes.
If you put if you put like an image up of the homunculus thingy, that
Yeah,
would
there
have
was
messed with
something
him
there.
in some way, like a more powerful
Maybe.
version of him.
So maybe if we explore some more, maybe we'll learn something that would really help.
I think that is a good idea.
I mean, it's not like he's going anywhere. I mean,
Honestly.
if we wait, nothing really bad can happen except, clockwork death coming out and attacking all of Varizia, and we're going to be the only survivors, but that's all.
Or minor thing, minor inconvenience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this will keep a little while. I mean, seriously, what kind of, crazy villain is ever actually in a hurry to do anything?
You do like.
Haven't
take
you all
your
ever read a
time.
story before? Every story I've ever read of said, first there's got to be a long monologue telling you all of the evil, crazy plans, and then they wait for you to save them in just the nick of time and stuff. Classic.
Yeah, that's why you stick a
Classic.
sword into their head. Best way to get in there.
Oh my god. Alright, let's go down the weird sand staircasey thing and go check out the flooded level.
Let's
Think-
do it.
Can you breathe down there?
Yeah,
You guys
you
all
can
have
life
life
bubble
bubble.
on, so we're good to go.
We're full of life.
We're G2G. You got the love of Saren Ray surrounding you. I don't know.
Where are those? The
Where what?
stairs?
On the left.
So you guys make your way back to
Of
the
the hallway.
weird black crystal,
Oh, yeah.
and it morphs into the spiraling stairs down, which you follow down into the throne room, and then follow again, even further below, to a floor you have not yet seen.
I'll start blasting.
Boy.
Where
I
are
don't
we?
So
like
this is
this.
just flooded like to the top, or is it like?
I'm opening it up. So the ceiling's down here quite high, about 100-foot ceiling as you descend.
Alvin says he wants to keep some of this. Willok says he wants to destroy all of it.
So submerged far below the murky crystal floor of the main promenade rests a multitude of motionless clockwork soldiers. Each stands firmly in place, row after row, in regimented columns from the floor to the transparent ceiling 100 feet above, with those above the ground seeming to stand on floating discs of rippling force. Each of them is about 7 feet tall. And you can kind of see how many already there are, but there's stacks. They are layered all the way up these 100 feet to the ceiling. As far as the flooding, sorry, it's not super clear if it's the entire chamber or... Okay, yeah. As soon as the stairs go down, you can see that the water is right up to the throne room floor. So the whole level is underwater, which means I have to change my music. As you guys descend into the water, it is ice cold. Does Life Bubble protect you from cold? It does, correct?
No.
It does temperature changes.
Oh wait, life bubble. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, it is. Breathe freely, even underwater in a vacuum. Immune to harmful gases and vapors. Protects from extreme temperature as well as extreme pressure.
Okay. So as you descend into the water, it's a weird feeling. Like it immediately tries to kind of lift you from the stairs because, it doesn't just root you to the bottom. Those of you in armor have no problem staying rooted. Sione, Fea, Lem might have to swim as opposed to just walk down these steps. But effectively right now you're in calm, still water and you can take 10. I will let you know if you need to start making swim checks.
I don't need the swim check.
And as you descend these 100 feet, you're just passing layer after layer of hundreds of 7-foot-tall clockwork soldiers. Fea, with your beautiful mind, so to speak, you can pick out, based doing some quick math, there's 1,760
Of what? Sorry.
clockwork soldiers in this chamber. All of them seemingly deactivated, but if they were to be activated, that is more than enough to probably conquer most of Varizia and then some.
Okay. Sleeping. Gotcha. I keep that number to myself.
There are some strange fish in here swimming through. Just a lot of them oceanic saltwater fish, but none that you see nowadays in the ocean. These are all strange. Some of them a little bit mutated. Some of them almost prehistoric looking.
Can I take one?
Sure, you could grab a fish here or there. Everything is caked in seaweed. And as mentioned, though it doesn't harm you, you can feel it is cold. It is ice cold. But it's also, I guess it's also dark. So what kind of light sources do we have?
I have the Flammahorn Calcum, so.
I'll throw dancing lights out.
Daylight mode does not get to happen here.
It doesn't?
Meaning I have to restrict visibility without light sources. You said you've got...
Oh, the Flammahorn. Oh, I thought you were making
Lem, what did you say your light is?
Dancing lights.
Dancing lights. Oh, crap. Please tell me I made a spell card for that. Or a spell token.
You should.
I know I should, but did I do it? I did. Oh, thank goodness. But
Lem likes to use it a lot.
And I believe Lem should have control of these. Can you move that?
And indeed.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There are your lights. And as you send these lights sort of shimmering away in this dark hold, Kyra, for just a moment, you see something serpentine weave between two clockwork soldiers into the dark.
God, I hate being underwater.
There's no water like this in the desert, so that feels appropriate.
Yeah. Not a fan of the water, not a fan of the water.
Ira, are you okay?
Yeah. I just thought I saw something serpent-like over there. I don't like the water.
Oh.
This is not
I,
where humans
What's the
are
light
supposed
source,
to be.
by the way, on Flamhork Helcom? I'm sorry to interrupt. What was...
I mean, it can be like as bright as I want it to be. It's considered a 9th level spell.
I just need to know the range on it. Does it say what, like, is it a daylight spell, a light spell?
It is a daylight spell.
Okay,
yes.
that I can work with.
But it doesn't have like a range limit.
Daylight does.
But the Flamma doesn't.
Well, yeah, but it's not infinite.
It says that you can...
Is it? Maybe it is infinite. Hang on. You might be right. You're probably right.
Can be adjusted by the carrier's thought to range from the brightness of a single candle to that shed by a daylight spell.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. So how bright do you want it?
As bright as it can be. I hate darkness.
Okay. So daylight is 60 and 60. Okay. You are now giving off the correct amount of light.
Yay.
And it does seem to function just fine down here, by the way, even underwater.
Is there any like of the magical visions that happen with it when you illuminate?
Yeah. You see the room is empty wherever you point it, but when you hold it for a prolonged time, you see these clockwork soldiers marching in perfect unison, in perfect military precision, into the chamber, forming ranks, row upon row, attended to by scuttling little clockwork servants. The servants using a single elaborate key on each of the thousands of clockworks. Sione, while this is visible, your arcane sight reveals each key has strong divination magic. Go ahead and make a spellcraft check, Sione. And meanwhile, you guys can see that as these soldiers continue to march in, wound up by the little servants, there is a great shudder, and a rush of water suddenly floods into the room from the north, filling everything, rising up until everything is back to how you see it in present day. 23?
I got a natural 1.
That doesn't matter. 23, you can understand that the divination in these keys, I forgot you had such a high spellcraft, seems to link all the clockworks. It's likely that every single one of their minds are tied together into one giant clockwork hive mind.
Those keys connect all of these clockwork figures.
Okay.
And I guess I'll float forward.
Oh, can I
Float, whatever.
swim upwards, I don't know, like 30 feet-ish, and can I have a look around?
Yeah. Well, keep in mind though that the soldiers are everywhere, top to bottom. So if you're trying to swim through them, they are considered difficult terrain.
No, I'm like swimming upwards over them. Unless there's more, unless they're like floating.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
Yeah, like I said, there are
stacked.
layers all the way up to the ceiling. Yeah.
Oh.
Stacked.
I don't
Alright.
want to linger. I think we should keep moving.
Yeah, we should go like the nearest door or something.
Think right here?
Yeah, that looks like the only one, except for the one at the far end. Let's do it.
Where did you see something?
Where did I see something?
Northeast.
I'll point northeast.
I would like to point out that there's only 681 statues on the map.
Correct.
Yeah, but
And
they're...
layers.
I know, but like, I did
Did
math.
you just
Okay.
count them all?
No, I did times tables.
Oh, okay.
Remember, though, they are stacked. So
You
this
said
is just what you're seeing is just one layer.
like 1,700, or was it?
1,760.
Okay.
Makes sense. Okay.
I don't know why I have an 81 instead of like.
Keeping in mind that this map is not the original map doesn't even include these on it. So this was just the artist's best guess.
Yeah. It should be 82 or 680.
Go ahead.
I will get ready to open the door once people are in position.
You guys are going to the south?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, can I see if there's water on the other side of the store?
How would you be able to do that?
I'll touch the door and feel it.
See if it's wet.
Does it sound?
I mean, this
slushy?
whole thing is submerged, so I mean, I don't know how you'd be able to. I don't think it'd be possible to tell that.
No, not if this side. Not from this side.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Olak. You
Hi.
see, you get a glimpse of something west, just darting between the clockwork soldiers. It was only just a brief glimpse of movement, but you can see a couple of the soldiers still swaying from where something bumped into them.
Was it a shark?
It looked long and serpentine.
Is there any... Well, you know what? It's probably gonna smell like fish. Is there a current?
No, none.
Damn. I'm gonna, keep looking at that direction from my height. Am I at level with what I saw?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know which direction it darted?
Into the clockwork soldiers. Whatever it is probably hiding amongst them.
Did it look like a clockwork serpent?
You didn't get enough of a glimpse to see it. It was very dark, whatever it was.
That's too big to fit in here.
How big are those?
We saw them earlier, weren't they? The
Fine, I'll
large?
just keep an eye out that way.
Oh, the Leviathans were, yeah. Whatever it was is definitely smaller than those things that were in Magnemar.
I don't know, maybe there's a tiny version of them.
Baby leviathans?
Maybe Leviathan clockwork
Oh, I
serpent.
just want to play Subnautica.
You ready for me to open this door?
Open the door.
I'll cast open, close on the door.
Nice.
Door swings open.
Pachoo.
Beyond, you see the incomplete mess of brass bones, the bones of dozens of clockwork soldiers littering this floor. Below the massive chassis of an eel-like clockwork creature suspended from the ceiling by arcs of magical force. Everywhere are strange metal contraptions illuminated by the pulsating blue glow of glyph-inscribed walls, which means I need to get some light sources going in there. One moment, please. Just getting y'all's illumination set.
Illumination.
Eerie shadows dance on the walls as crab clamber over the incomplete clockwork. They're the beady eyes of eels peering at you from between the wreckage of the assembly line.
Is there any magic?
I mean, of course.
I guess I should say, what does Arcane Sight reveal about the magic?
I mean, you can see the magic holding everything in here. You can make out... actually, I need to see what you can see from where you're at. Because some things you
Arcane
probably
Sight
can't
is
make out.
120 feet.
Yeah, but the walls are blocking a lot of the room from you.
Yeah.
So you can only see like the middle part of the room. Obviously, there's magic holding up that Leviathan creature.
Let's start with that. What is that?
It's just suspending the thing. It's just holding
How?
it. Suspensions. They're just magical suspensions.
Okay.
You can make out some magic auras glowing through the clutter on the floor, but without uncovering them, you can't really identify them. You can just see that they're moderate power, scattered about the floor here and there.
Can I still cast underwater since I have the spell on?
As long as you can breathe underwater,
I can.
then yes.
Okay, just making sure. I don't see any spell traps or anything. Should we head in?
I mean, no. I mean, clearly the answer is no. We all know by now the answer is no, but we're going to do it anyway, so just let Olak go in there and get it over with.
Oh, I floated in.
You know we're going to fight that thing, right? You've seen how this goes. We all know how this goes.
What, that thing up there?
Uh-huh, that thing up there.
It's not alive, is it?
Yeah, give it a few minutes. I'm sure something terrible will happen.
As has been our experience thus far.
You hear something from behind you. Using Subnautica as a reference, as I know most of you have played it, you know the sound the stalkers or bone sharks make? That sort of raspy... It's not a roar. It's... How would you describe that, people who know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like a...
I'm terrible with giving like
Sound
words to
travels
sounds.
twice as far underwater.
It sounds like somebody, sort of like someone trying to clear their throat, but like not more, but like a single audio wave of it, not like
a burp.
Like, you know, but it carries on through the water.
Yeah, it's a burp.
Sort of.
Burp.
And it's coming from the east.
Where I've been
in
looking
this
at.
Well, from Sione and Kyra, it would be northeast.
Oh, this is Zin again. What's up, my guy?
Oh. So that's inside the room?
No,
No, outside the
back
room.
in the hold.
Yeah, wait, so is it from the same place I've been looking at?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, you were looking west. It's coming from the east.
Wait, there's another?
There was multiple sounds. Multiple things, I mean. It's a good time.
What do you do?
I'm going to send some light out that way.
I just look at Olak, who's watching our back, like...
I believe your dancing lights have to stay within 10 feet of each other. So you have to make like a chain to send them out.
See anything out there?
Do I see anything out there?
L.
As you send them away, you don't even have to go that far. You can make out some horrible glowing eyes amongst the constructs staring at you. I will reveal them on the map.
I'm sure that's fine.
Oh. What is that?
And as they're looking out at you, you can't really make out their bodies too much because they're sort of obscured by the clockwork soldiers. But as your lights move in and illuminate them, they snarl. One of them lets out this warbling, sort of like somebody trying to speak underwater, but in a language only one of you speaks. It's Aquan.
Olak speaks it.
Are you
It
saying I speak in warbles?
Yeah.
Fresh meat. Hunt. And they explode out toward you from the clockwork soldiers. And you can see that they look like this. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna say something in Aquan back, but never
Look,
mind.
they're a type of koi.
They sort of look like merfolk, but a lot more eel.
Ooh, so we can eat it.
Oh, I love
eel's
eel.
so good.
Oh, I rolled an 8.
Ooh, nuggy. Okay.
Sione 8, Lem 9.
Initiative.
Can I say that I have dodgy, like, just in, like, my cloak hood or something? He's kind of chilling there.
Yeah, that's fine.
If we're in water, I feel like
Not
that's
one.
okay.
Oh,
No.
guys.
Lem.
Well,
We've got
let's
What-
just
low
get eaten, guys.
initiative.
What a day when Faya rolls the highest out of you.
Lem, there might be more back there to the other side. You might not want to be there.
Thanks.
Do I have any good underwater
Thanks, bro.
combat music?
Cool.
I think I do.
Ooh, cool. Just what I wanted to know.
Let's do this, I guess.
No.
Faya, you have initiative.
First I'm gonna make a knowledge check.
Okay, this would be knowledge dungeoneering.
Okay. 43?
I will whisper you.
Okay.
This music sounds wet.
There you go.
I think I rolled good.
I
on
think
that.
that's
What?
the water sound effects with the
Yep.
music.
So, Faya, what would you like to do in this moment? As you can see them suddenly surging out of the clockwork soldiers, looking pretty much like in that picture, very enraged, very
Okay.
combative.
I
Hungry?
am going to. Well, that I can't do. Well, at least simultaneously. They are immune to cold, electricity, and poison.
Good to
And-
know.
Cold, electricity, and poison.
Yep, and how far is the closest one to me? 50. 25 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels, so. Sorry, quick math. Yeah, I have enough space. I'm gonna siphon might from the one closest to me.
Okay.
Make your
Do you
fourth
have
save.
reach that far?
Yes. 25 plus 5 feet per 2
Oh,
levels.
yep, okay. So they don't have spell resistance. You just have to make. Is that a? Oh no, that's not even a ranged touch. That's just fortitude save. Okay.
Yep.
16. So that one fails.
Take 6 strength damage.
Faya, you are able to latch onto it with a coruscant ray that begins pulling something out of it and into you. And it takes, you said how much? 6 strength
Yep.
damage?
Yep, and I will give that strength. How far can someone be from me?
Adjacent.
Oh, they have to be adjacent to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, that blows. I'm just gonna look at Sione, kind of laugh, and then give it to her.
Sione, you suddenly feel energy coursing into you, pumping into your veins. You can hear your heart pounding, the pulse through your entire body roaring in your ears.
Oh God, I hate it. What is it? What do I get?
You get 6 strength.
Dang. Holy
I
For the
honestly
next
thought,
minute and a half.
yeah, I thought I was adjacent to Kyra because I was so zoomed out, and I was like, huh, okay.
I just run up to them and start punching them. Ah!
Yeah.
Okay. Kyra, your initiative is next. You actually go second in initiative. How about that?
Are they holding weapons?
No, they are not.
Okay. Great. I will let's do this. Yeah, okay, I'll move 5, 10, 20, 25. We'll go right there, and then I will cast Searing Light
Ooh. Okay.
at them. Okay.
The
Let me look
closest
that
one?
spell in chat. Yeah, just the closest one. I mean, I could
What?
hit any of them, but that's fine. I have to make a
What's-
ranged
Oh,
attack.
natural. Oh, no, that's not natural one. I thought that was an attack.
No, I have to make a ranged.
Yep.
Oh, you have things too, by the way?
I do. I have
You have-
greater heroism.
You also should still have good. Oops, not that one. You don't want that. You want
I'm
this one.
shaking.
You should have. That's not the thing either. Is that the thing? Doesn't look like the thing. That's the thing. You should still have Good Hope. You should still have Moment of Greatness, and you should still have Grand Destiny
Okay.
and Tough
And I
Crowd, but not Haste.
And greater heroism.
Yeah.
From the
Greater
thing that
heroism,
we
yeah,
got.
so that's +4 morale bonus, and Good Hope is also morale, so I'll just
Oh,
do
I
the
would have had
+4.
+4 on my spellcraft check.
Okay. Ranged. You just hit the range button, right? Am I doing
Mhm.
this right?
Yep.
30 to hit.
And you have. You can use your Grand Destiny for a +4 if you want.
Is going to hit.
Okay, so that will be.
Oh, who has the Sihedron right now, by the way?
It is me. And
So
it's
you want
on.
to get that yellow dot off you.
It's on.
I did what?
I don't know. It's not on one that's gonna help me with attacks. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I don't
Just
remember
checking.
what I put it on last time. I'm gonna be honest.
Caster level checks.
Probably.
That's all you
zero,
guys
yeah.
use.
I
Okay.
used the other one. I used charity once.
So-
29 points of damage.
That is going to hit for 29 points of damage. Wait.
Yeah, in the spell test.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was undead. You're right.
No, the undead one is 40.
Blasts it, and as the radiant light hits it, the creature lets out a roar of pain. In Aquan, so only Fea hears this. It bellows out, "The light! The light!" And it's like shielding itself.
Also, they don't like light.
Kyra, that's going to end your turn, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me look at the Sihedron.
They are going to swim the fuck up to you.
I think I had it. I'm not gonna lie. I think I had it on charity, so I have +4 to my AC right now.
Okay.
That's it.
They are very
Swim
quick.
up to me.
This one is going to swim up to Olak.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
It is going to attack you
I guess my flat-footed.
against your flat-footed. Yes.
Oh no! Can I give you the Sihedron?
Yeah.
Immediate action?
I'm
You have a
probably
reaction.
fine.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
You don't want it?
I'm
okay,
good.
I won't pass it then. Okay.
It's going to attack you with its tail. And it just sort of swims by you, and its tail swipes out at you. That's 22 versus your flat-footed. I'm assuming that's not going to hit.
Oh, okay.
As it does, though, you notice an arc of electricity runs up its entire body in an attempt to zap you. and then it continues swimming
No way.
without
What?
provoking.
Well,
What?
This one is going to swim here, and it's going to do the same thing. $27, probably not going to hit your flat-footed. No, I didn't think so. And they're just like darting, streamlining through the water. Where's the next one? This one is going to move over here and take the total defense action. This one is going to charge. Oh, I should probably put it on the
I was like, but there's another one?
Oh, we're only just getting warmed up. This one is going to charge Kyra.
Oh, hi!
This is versus your flat-footed because you didn't see it.
I can't be flat-footed. I have to say.
Oh, right. You didn't send it to. Okay, so 20 to hit,
That will
or
miss.
22. Sorry, 22 because charge, but that misses.
Yes.
All right,
That
that
doesn't
just
even
came
hit
out
me.
of the darkness, zipping out of some of the clockwork soldiers toward you. All of them seem to have this electricity. Now, here's the fun bit. We got more.
Nice.
I think I'm missing one. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, that's 6. Okay.
that is?
Mm-hmm. This one is going to swim here and take total defense.
Oh, came from the top.
Holy sh!
Which one? This
There's
one also.
so many of them.
While this one is going to swim here, it is going to attempt to bite Lem. This is versus your flat-footed. Uh-oh.
That looks like a crit.
I can't be attacked flat-footed either.
Okay. Does 34 hit your regular AC?
No, it also hits my flat-footed. I totally made that up.
Oh, okay. So you're going to take 28 points of damage as this thing that you totally didn't see coming wraps around you, sinking its teeth into your shoulder, biting painfully, and then it tries to grapple you. Add 6 to this. Jesus! I rolled another natural 20. You are grappled, and then it is going to swim away with you.
Hey, bring that Lem back.
And you are considered grappled. So that token would be... Do I have a grappled one? It's this. The hand. And that's it for them. Lem, it is your turn. You are grappled. What would you like to do?
I want to break free.
Okay.
That's the song I'm gonna sing. I want to break free.
I want to break free.
Okay.
With that, I'm going to use my what is it called? Wait, who just did that? Was that you, Fea? Do it again.
I want to break free.
It's like that. I am going to use my what is it called? I never get to
Escape?
use this.
If it is a spell, you will have to...
It is not a spell. It is one of my songs.
I believe that has a charge up time, doesn't it? Didn't we
It
figure
is
out
one round.
Okay, so I believe that's one full round.
Where did it go?
Masterpieces, they're called.
Yeah, where is it? Did I get rid of it? Okay.
I know you weren't very happy with the one and wanted to retrain.
Oh, Symphony of the Elysium Heart. There it is. Yep. Freedom of movement.
Here you can move and attack normally for the duration of your performance. Demon Thunder includes magic usually impedes movement. except that this masterpiece does not allow subjects to move and attack. So we figured out that freedom of movement does not free you from a grapple. It just makes you immune to further grapples.
I thought it made you automatically successful on like
your
escape
grapple
bait.
escape check,
Or is that
but you still need to
we still have
use
to make
your.
a check.
Right. Exactly.
Gotcha.
So next round you'll be able to break free.
All right,
Hell
and
yeah.
that takes 1 round to do. That's what it says. Action is 1 round.
Yep. So that would be your movement, standard, and swift.
Roger that.
Okay, so Lem begins this song.
What song is it again, Faya?
I want to break free.
Who are you targeting? You and up to 1 ally per bard level within 30 feet. Oh, no one.
Yeah, it's me.
It's me.
Yep. Okay. That's tragic.
Is it?
I'm targeting.
It's pretty good.
Sione.
Well, Sayone. Sorry, I should have rolled initiative for him. We'll put her hand on Dragon and cast a spell on him called Polymorph. And
boy.
he's gonna turn into a giant moray eel. Got a token for that, buddy?
I probably do. Defying giant.
That's the name of it. It's large sized.
Oh yeah, they would be covered in life bubble too. You're familiar.
Yeah.
All right, so Dragon needs to be added to initiative.
Yes. Would you like me to roll initiative for him?
Please.
I forget he's in extras.
And you should have control of that token.
He got a 10.
10. Okay.
So
Got
I
it.
guess he would have just delayed until after me. Oh wait, what was my initiative?
9.
Yeah, he would have delayed till after me. Oh, he looks so cool.
Yeah, so Dragon just sort of elongates, and it's really sad because it's like his body just stretching out and out and out with this smug lizard face the entire time
Yeah.
until like a fin bursts out of the top of him and he begins to like bulk outward, his little legs coming in until there's only just Dragon's head, which finally elongates and slightly smooths out into the form of a giant eel.
And he's gonna attack this one right in front of him. So
Oh, okay.
It's a bite attack. So I will roll that. Does a 13 hit?
13 is not going to hit.
Wait a minute. Does he have any bonuses right now?
He would have...
Technically, he should have heroism.
Yeah, he was in the room.
He was.
17?
I don't think most of Lem's stuff is affecting him at present, but yeah, that would be. So
17?
No, that's not going to hit him.
Wow, shit.
So it is a much bigger eel, which unfortunately makes Dragon less maneuverable than the smaller one that's just sort of circling around him, easily evading his jaws.
You rolled low.
I think he only gets one attack, right? Or no, I don't
It
know.
would say on there.
I'm just looking at the giant moray eel. It doesn't say.
Then yeah, that's only one attack.
That's it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's it for me, and that's it for Dragon.
Olak.
Is Lemon that thing that took him at level with me?
What?
Like, are we on the same plane? Because I'm 30 feet up.
No, he's at the bottom. I think
Oh.
Olak is the only one who's not at the floor.
Okay, so Olak's gonna charge downwards then. And I think this will provoke.
I need to
From-
see your path. Oh, yes, with a tail slap. It'll
Okay.
actually provoke from 2 of them. Uh-oh. Well, it's not a confirmed crit, but the one hits you for 8 points of damage,
Okay.
and then there's an electrical charge that blasts through it, and you need to make a fortitude save.
Is it electric damage?
It is electric, yes.
What if
You
I
take
don't?
11 electric damage.
What if I still have my resistance to electricity?
Do you take any damage from 11?
No, sir.
Okay. Then you don't have to make the fortitude save. Here comes the other tail slap. Any minute. There it is. 21. Probably not going to hit you.
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
So one of them electrocutes you, but your resistance soaks it up.
Well, there's the vital strike coming in. Swing.
Oh, and it's considered grappled because it's grappling Lem.
Does that confirm, sir?
Yes. Jesus. Okay.
Big rolls. Big
That is a
rolls.
lot of damage. Slashing damage. Oh, okay. That's going to hit for 73, 83, 93, 96. Does Vital Strike get multiplied?
No, sir.
Okay, so 96 points of damage. Ow!
And I probably should have done this beforehand, but I'm casting a spell with fervor, and I'm casting my Juggernaut spell. Come on.
All right, so Olak just darts through the water, cleaving into this thing. You have a swim speed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Cleaving into it, there's blood bleeding out into the water now.
I have no penalties with my thing with the Siren Pearl.
Okay.
Deadly Juggernaut spell. Come on, cast.
Any minute now.
It will cast.
There it is. You gain a cumulative... Oh, yeah, you should have done that.
This one's mine.
Okay.
I mean, it's still got its coils around Lem, unfortunately.
And
it's
that's my
yours,
turn.
big guy. It's definitely yours.
At this point, you hear a voice.
No.
Just fuck off!
Listen,
Busy.
man.
We're busy.
I gave you the opportunity to leave. You have chosen death. And you're hearing it coming from behind Sione and Fea. From the suspended clockwork Leviathan.
No.
Yeah.
Hold
Lem,
everybody.
you really could, you could be double dealing, making income as a profit.
I mean, no, this is really like the least subtle thing that could possibly have happened.
Oh my god.
And because it is Zin haunted,
No.
But if you want to give me a hero point for prescience, I would take it.
I think so.
you know what? I am, because this is the
No.
third fucking time.
No, I don't. I
You
don't want
have
a
to
hero
take
point.
No,
it.
you
No.
guys need hero points, so I'm gonna
Yes,
do it.
we do. We
Give
do
it to
need
the
hero
deserving.
points.
Not,
I
not
just
a-
did.
We need hero points.
And
Take
for
the hero
its
points.
turn, oh, y'all are gonna love this. As it smashes free of the magical suspensions
God, I'm glad I
holding
left
it,
that room.
it is going to cast Chain Lightning,
No.
starting with Sione.
Of course it is.
Wait, what's happening? Stop it.
He's casting Chain Lightning.
No, I no.
So, Sione, I'm going to need you to
Deflection.
make a reflex save. This will not be pleasant.
I'm actually a firebender, so I just take it and shoot it elsewhere.
I'm actually Emperor Palpatine, so.
Yeah. What you want? Sorry, a reflex save?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, even with bonuses a la Lem, you still take 61 points of electricity
It's
damage.
also
Well-
+4.
Actually, you should have. You have your moment of courage if you haven't used it, and I am singing.
There's also moment of greater.
You're no.
Sorry, moment of greatness.
Your singing is for the masterpiece that you're doing,
Yes.
which would not. So there's no inspire bonuses coming to you. It would just be.
Oh.
So what's
um,
Lem's bonus right now?
You've got good hope.
Actually, in that case, as an immediate action, I am going to end my song and then cast Saving Finale. And if you'd like to re-roll that, ma'am, you may.
Okay.
You have greater heroism, which has +4.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Rip. No.
Okay, so Sione is going to take 61 points of
So
electricity
instead
damage.
of whatever I said earlier, I just bend over and take it.
Now
Bend
we'll
over.
go in order. Faya, could you make a
Wait.
reflex save, please?
How much is it? 61? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
Can't
You
do it
did
again.
great. You did great, Len.
Oh, dragon too, right? Or no?
Oh, we're
Right,
gonna
yeah.
get there. I'm going one
Oh,
at
okay.
a time.
This little shit, I am gonna
Mm,
put
Close
him
the
over
door.
my knee.
Okay, Faya, you take 61 points of electricity damage. Dragon,
Nope.
please make a reflex save.
Wait, doesn't Faya also have greater hero?
No,
No.
she didn't come in the room. It was only the 3 of us.
So it would be.
Well, Faya, actually, with your bonuses, you still have good hope, yes?
yes.
Then you do make the save. You take half damage. You take
What's that?
30 electricity damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Dragon
I'm
and
getting
Kyra.
there.
Reflex.
Mm-hmm.
30.
Kyra, you take 30 points of electricity damage.
Would I use the eels stats or?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would. Okay, so that's plus. Oh fuck.
Oh.
He got a 14 plus 4, 19.
Okay. Well, then he's also taking 61 points of electricity damage.
Oh wait, shouldn't he be immune? He's a fucking moray eel. Let me check this.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be
would
very.
hope. I would hope he's resistant at least.
I would think something, right? 'Cause
Not
he's
an
a
electric
fucking-
eel.
Are
Oh, yeah,
moray
right.
eels not?
No, those are two different types of eels.
Yeah. you're
Listen,
right.
I don't know my eels that well. Okay?
Even an electric eel is not an eel.
Nope.
What's an electric eel?
It's
Okay.
immune.
reflexes.
Well, sad
Oh.
day. However, oh right, Dragon doesn't get his spell resistance because he's in eel form.
Is that right?
Yep. You polymorphed him.
Oh yeah.
But
I
he's
know,
not
it's
polygoned.
the same as-
Well, this
happens?
is not like 5th edition. He doesn't get this. The new form is his new hit point total.
Oh.
Yeah.
He
So-
stays in this form until the duration of polymorph wears off.
So he'll
Oh.
just like start floating up. 'Cause
Yep. Oh, is he down?
Oh, you don't revert
60
back?
damage, right?
No, you don't.
You don't
61
instantly start
damage?
floating up.
So yeah,
Maybe like
he's
what?
just smoking and slowly starting to drift. Dodgy is excused.
That's what I get for trying to include dragon. I could get him killed.
He's not dead. He's just dying.
Great.
It's that -1.
And now the Zin haunted construct is
Hooray.
going to start swimming toward you.
Dope.
Oh my God, Faya's down too. How?
You should.
No.
No, that's not right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I know that
no.
hurt, but you guys should still be up.
It's because whenever I update my token, my character sheet will take it as 0. So I don't know why.
Depths. The Leviathan says, "The depths will claim all of you."
I knew I hated the
Assassins
water.
As the ocean once tried to claim me.
I was right to hate the water.
Never should have
Faya.
done that.
This was a bad idea.
Whose idea was this? Oh,
I'm going to
Way to
just.
fuck us over.
I wanted to fight the 6-armed lady.
you wanted to come down here. This is your fault.
Yeah, let's play Moloch.
Actually, hold tight,
I'm
Faya.
telling you, it works. He just rolls with it. usually.
It is not your initiative.
No. Okay. That's good.
Oh man.
No, this will be good. You'll like this, actually. I think.
Is it Karaya?
In like a
Good girl,
diving suit. I'm here to save the day.
He's
I mean, check
rolling
the range on
behind the scenes.
Oh wow. Okay. From the north side of the chamber,
I'm tired of things appearing.
lightning streaks south past Kyra, past Faya, striking the clockwork Leviathan.
We have not made friends down here.
Apparently you have. Who now has to make a reflex thing. And fails, taking 116 points of damage.
That DC.
I mean, unless it's like a giant fucking whale, I mean, not gonna be impressed.
As the lightning blasts into this Zin-haunted creature, you see like it starting to spark and spasm in the water. To the north, I don't know if you guys have line of sight that far.
I do.
You do. To the north, you see a woman.
It is Karaya.
I might have
Karaya!
artwork of her. It is not Karaya.
Oh, okay.
No,
Dang
you
it.
liar.
That'd be great for you, but no.
That'd be funny.
That'd be amazing.
I do not have artwork, but she has long, shoulder-length, flowing, dark hair, proud, haughty visage.
Hottie.
She looks, well, she's Aslanti, put it that way. She is clearly Aslanti, which is the same human ethnicity as like the Rune Lords or Zin or etc. The ancient people. You don't see that very often in modern day. Hair is wrong. That was the token I had. But she is wearing green, a green dress of some kind.
Green dress, you say?
Watch out, Lem's gonna take it
Oh,
right off your back.
a foe
And
approaches.
she calls through the water.
Approaches.
In what language? I guess probably in Thessalonian. Yeah, in Thessalonian, she calls, use electricity on the clockwork abomination.
I'm just gonna finger gun to Sione.
Or flee and handle the Seokoi and leave the abomination to me. In Thessalonian.
You can take that tone down a notch.
Listen, ma'am, it's a little bit condescending for my. No, just kidding.
Now, Fea, it is your turn.
Fea is gonna take the advice of said the shockingly nice lady, and I'm going to pull Sione's arm and pull her towards me.
Is this
So
the
she's
third
on this side of the
dimension?
door.
I don't have it.
That's a
Okay,
reposition.
if you're effectively grappling Sione, and Sione, if you're not resisting, you can just standard action. You have grappled her, and you can move,
Oh, still, it's reposition.
reposition. Well, you could
Yeah.
do reposition.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
meant to do.
Well, I thought you were trying to move with her.
I mean,
Granted,
if
it'll
I
provoke.
can, if she lets
mean-
me.
Well, no, you have to choose. It's either grapple and move away, or reposition, where you can.
We're gonna do the grapple thing, because
Okay.
I've never done that before.
So as you try to swim away, and you can move. Actually, no. Here you have to make a swim check, since you're
Ah.
trying to swim with. Unless you have a swim speed, which I don't think you do right now.
I don't get provoked, right? Because
You do
it's
not.
forced.
No. Yeah.
But
So here's the thing. Does life bubble give swim speed?
No, it does not. It just lets you breathe.
So I have to roll for
underwater.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
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 Okay. Yeah. So you can swim up to 1/4 your move speed with Sione,
No, like.
and unfortunately, it is going to try to bite you.
It can try and bite me as long as it doesn't try and bite her. No, I don't like this!
You take
Oh,
23 points of damage, and it's going
You
to try to
wanted
grab
this.
you in its mouth. Add 4 to whatever I roll. Does 44 hit your CMD?
No.
Yeah. You are now grappled in its mouth.
Coyote's like, what's going on?
And, like, in the back of its throat, you just see, like, grinding gears that you're about to be caught in and sucked down into its gullet, ground between many clockwork cogs. If you don't break out of this grapple. But that is your turn, unfortunately.
Should we have switched?
Lord Jesus.
Lem,
I
can
got
you do the thing?
I will do the thing. I know the
Okay.
thing. I will
She's
do the
like
thing.
panicking. She's got Dodgy in her hood, Sione on her arm, just like.
Tyra,
Sayoni's like, let me go. I don't want to go in there.
on
with
that
you."
happy note,
Hey. I don't know. There's so much that just happened. I will just full attack this because I have a ring of freedom of movement. I can.
oh,
I will
okay.
full attack this thing in front of me. I forgot what they're called. The the koi things.
She called them Seokoi.
Koi. Yep, I heard koi. That was all I heard. With my new ghost touch weapon. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference here, but I'm gonna do it. So.
Well, I mean, it will. It'll do half damage.
Fuck. Whatever. I'm gonna do it anyway. I already said I was doing it. I'm committing.
21 is not gonna hit.
No!
23.
3?
Actually, you've got good hope, and I
Plus-
think that's your only current buff. Yes.
I have greater heroism. Does that give a thing for attacks?
Yeah, greater heroism
Plus
will give
4.
you. It does not stack with good hope.
Okay, I'll take the plus 4 if.
But it
So
does give you plus
25.
4.
And,
Is it 5?
Yep, 25.
Oh. You hit.
Nice. For
For-
3 slashing damage.
Well, with that, actually, I believe so you're getting plus 5 total.
Yeah.
Then
Sounds like it.
26 will also hit. So you do a total of 5 points of damage. And it's slashing, which does seem to break through its scales. Like, it seems like
okay.
it's got resistance to anything other than slashing damage. So you have the right weapon for this.
Okay, interesting. That. I'll just stay here, I guess.
Also, that one charged, now that I think about it, so its AC is 2 lower.
Oh, nice.
You double hit it.
So did the second attack hit as well? with
15,
plus 5?
20 is not going to hit, I don't think,
Okay,
even
okay.
with it at -2.
Darn.
Good try.
Would have been cool.
Um,
Would have been cool. That's fine. That's my turn. I'm not gonna move. I'll stay here.
That's valid.
Kind of be a barrier.
Now they are up. So that one is going to full attack you, Kyra.
Okay.
Actually,
that's
it's my turn.
What? What do you mean?
I want to go before them.
I don't think you can do that.
Oh, okay.
fine. If only that was how this game
If
worked.
only.
I
Hey, you never know.
decided that it's my
Sometimes-
turn again.
It's my turn.
So first, Kyra, it's going to try to bite you and catch you in its coil.
Oh,
When-
that's a miss. That's a miss. My AC is 30 right now.
Oh,
it's
Oh
shit.
shit!
Oh, and haste. Aren't you hasted or no?
No, not anymore.
Oh.
No, haste would have gone. I'll remove that buff actually.
Now we've got some claws. It's gonna give you a taste of the old claws.
The old claws.
That should have been. Wait a minute. No, that should have been
2
two
claws. 1 hit.
Why didn't that do what I needed it to? Well, there's the second one. Oh, figures.
Oh.
Just take attack number 1. Okay, that one and a 22. So the claws don't hit you either.
Yay.
Finally, we have the tail slap.
Oh my gosh, this is a lot.
29, which does not hit you.
That's a miss again.
Saved by the plus fucking 1. It's not going great, Kyra, but you're more or less avoiding it. And then it is going to 5-foot step over here. While
I
this
use
one,
following stuff.
yeah, you'd love that.
Step up.
No, I wouldn't actually. I'll stay.
This
right
one
here.
is going to swim here. It is going to hit you with a tail slap.
Yeah, that makes
Rude.
sense. Yeah. Oh, okay,
31.
okay.
That's 5 damage, and I need you to make
But
a.
what's your EC at?
It's at 30.
Total?
And I
plus
need you to
4
make a
from
fortitude
the-
save.
Fortitude?
Mm.
It's 26 normally because I
Oh!
cast Magic Vestment every day.
Okay.
Natural 20.
So you take 11 electricity damage, and that's it.
So.
And then it continues swimming
Okay.
and does not provoke from you.
Rude, but whatever, I guess.
This one is going to swim up to you and do the same thing. Here comes the tail slap.
Okay.
Nope.
Miss. Oh no! Don't
They're
keep
trying to-
swimming.
They're
And
Don't
it's
trying to
gonna
be
keep
my friend.
swimming.
Get out of you.
And does not provoke
Oh,
from
okay. I was like, don't go that way. This is interesting. They just fly by and slap you.
you. Yep, pretty much.
I want to play a character that can just fly by and slap people.
You need
This one is
spring
going to do the
attack.
same thing.
Can
And
a
it's going to
monk
hit
do
you with a
that?
tail slap along the way.
Will you call it Will Smith? Please call it Will Smith.
The Will
Don't want to go
Smith.
there. Don't want to go there.
Oh,
it
that's a
missed.
big miss.
Okay.
Big miss.
Yes, big miss. This one is
that's
the
'cause
one
his
that
strength
was
is low.
defending.
They
It's
really
gonna-
didn't like that.
Come-
They attacked their
Come
friend.
to Olak.
Did
Olak
5
needs
damage.
It's going to come along and do one of these guys.
rude.
Oh, like they don't like you. They like me more. They want to slap me more than you.
Oh.
Can't hit. They're trying so hard.
I'm too quick. Actually, the flame of Horicalco's probably throwing them off. I'm just like
And
waving that light
finally,
around.
the one that is grappling Lem is
Uh-oh.
going to full attack. Lab.
Ooh.
Cool.
So while you're grappled, first of all, it rolls with a +5, so +11 bonus to maintain the grapple. 44, I'm assuming, is going to hit your CMD.
Mm-hmm.
So to begin with, you are constricted, which means you just take 12 points of damage, Lem.
Okay.
As it's squeezing you tight. It is going to bite you again. I'm assuming that's going to hit you while you're grappled.
Do I get a penalty to my AC?
Yep.
What is it?
On your character sheet, there should be a option for it with the other
You
status
lose
conditions.
your dexterity bonus to your AC. for
No,
one.
you don't. That's pinned.
No?
-4 to dexterity,
So that is
-2 to attacks and combat maneuvers.
So I get a -4 to my dex.
Yep, which would effectively be a -2 to your armor class.
Okay, so that is a miss.
Okay, right on. Here come the claws. Well, 22 is not going to hit you. 36 probably will, huh?
It will.
All right, that's 13 points of damage. And
Um,
finally, the tail slap is for Olaf.
I'm guessing it has improved grappling.
It does.
No.
Natural 1. Okay. It is going to drag Lem away with a 5-foot step.
I
Yeah.
love.
Get back here. Lem skipping.
Now this is working out good.
Oh, look,
I'm not
skipping above.
another thing.
Okay. Oh, right, you've got step up. Okay. All right. That is the Seokoi. Lem, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to look over at this horribleness happening down there by that door, and I'm going to shout out to it, "Get my friend out of your fucking mouth!" And I'm going to cast Bard's Escape.
Well,
Do not move me.
Do not.
Do not.
Okay, then I will move. Kyra is not, but Fea and Sione, I will move.
Okay.
oh, it must be
Um,
pinned where you have to make a... Yeah, okay. You're lucky that you're not pinned, so you can
you
cast
resist
Bard's Escape.
this?
You don't want to move?
I don't trust them moving me anymore.
It does say willing creature. If you are
I am not
unwilling-
willing. I am
Okay.
not
You're right in
willing.
front of this thingy.
Okay.
Don't
Well-
trust Lab anymore. He might move me closer. I
Well-
don't know
I
what
mean,
he's
to be
doing.
fair, that is true the last time she let him
He
Bard's
did-
Escape her.
Burn you last time, yeah.
I'm going to move
Valid.
Fea to here.
Never again.
All right, you got that, Fea?
I think that's a good place
Kyra
to-
will protect me, maybe.
Kyra and
I'm
Sione
behind you, girl.
decline.
You can move dragon.
Decline your offer.
Okay.
Your gracious. Oh,
And
That's
you
fine.
cannot target yourself with that lem, so you remain grappled.
Correct. That is fine. And with my swift action, I am going to again sing my. Actually, I'm not. I'm not.
Who
I
has?
am.
Oh,
Am I?
It's a full round action.
It's
so-
fine. No, I'm just going to do swift action to inspire some courage in these lovely people. That's what
Okay.
I'm gonna do.
All of you are filled with heart.
determination.
No, you don't get that. Just
That's
heart.
more of like that's the inspire heroism that you
Damn it.
do. Sione, 'tis your turn.
I'll just kind of glance at Lem, like, yeah. And then I'm gonna look at Dragon, like, I'm sorry. And then I'm gonna throw my balls on this thing by casting Ball Lightning.
Okay. Are you casting defensively? I assume you would have said if you were.
Does it have reach? Hey, you didn't move me far enough.
Okay.
You're fucking
Are you
bad.
so you're not casting defensively?
I got grappled by
I'm
it.
totally casting defensively.
Well, you better.
I sure am.
How
I'm
could
gonna
I-
make this roll. Just give me a
How could I
sec. Is it a
move you?
concentration check or just spell cast?
It's concentration.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. You're good.
I have a +4.
So
Oh, is 41 high enough?
45. Yes.
I think you got it. think you did
So
it.
ball lightning.
4 globes, please.
4 of them. I got that. I got.
I
you.
got 4 balls, baby.
I think you need to see a doctor. Maybe.
1,
No. It's healthy.
2,
Thought.
They're robust.
3.
They're glowing. You
4.
see them. I can't move them.
What? Of course you can.
I can't.
What?
They're very stiff. I can't move them.
That's some really bright ass bowl.
Yeah, those are so
I still-
bright.
I still can't move.
I mean, to be fair, you're looking at like electricity. You
Oh,
can
there
move
we
them
go.
now.
Balls. Balls. Balls.
So, and this is accurate to what you're seeing. Like that intense light, that is spot on. It's blinding,
Ah, my
sparking.
balls are
They
blinding.
blast into this clockwork creature.
So as I summon them, I immediately bash them like into it.
So he makes 4 reflex saves. 1,
Yes,
2,
I will
3,
roll.
4.
DC is 25.
Oh wow! He only made 1 of his saves.
Does that surprise you?
It does.
Do you want me to roll forward 3 more? So the
Yeah.
damage is
You can just manually roll all the damage.
nah.
So
it's easier to
10,
just do that.
3d6.
21,
10,
31,
10, 11,
41.
10.
So 82 points of electricity damage.
Yeah.
All right. He's getting weaker, but he's still standing.
And I can move 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That won't provoke.
Correct, as long as it's only a 5-foot step.
5 foot.
Okay. You are now 15 feet away from it.
Oh
Or
shit!
20.
I'm still.
You're
in-
now 20 feet away from it.
still- Okay, surely its range isn't 20 feet.
Surely.
Sure. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna stay here. Forget it.
You don't
Can I
want to
just
move
stay
away
here?
from it?
No, I gotta stay by Dragon. I gotta get him up.
Okay. Fair enough. It is Dragon's turn. Dragon loses 1 hit point.
Dragon, get up!
Wait, is Dragon at 0 or is Dragon at
He's
negative
at
1?
0.
Oh, then he's still conscious and disabled.
Oh no, wait. It was 61 damage.
Mm-hmm.
He's at -1. So.
Okay, then Dragon loses 1 hit point.
Gotcha.
Or no. Dragon makes a Constitution check.
Oh, okay. Oh, it would be the eel.
Yup.
A con check?
Yup.
It's 16, so it would be plus
1d20 plus 3.
20
It's DC of 11.
plus 3. 4.
Okay, Dragon loses a hit point.
He rolled a 1. You idiot! You
Ola.
stupid!
Tis your turn.
You stupid eel!
Olug's gonna call for a blessing from Gorum. So, or should I? Nah. Olug's got this. Olug's gonna single attack with Vital Strike.
Oh,
Come on.
Okay.
It will roll eventually.
He is considered grappled, so he does have -2 to his AC against everyone but Lem.
Poor Lem. That is 20.
You hit.
No, I know. Okay.
So 37, 38, 39, 40, 73 damage. Okay. You cut clean through its eel-like body, and it finally lets go of Lem as its halves slowly float away.
I want steak! And I'm gonna swim over to here.
Bioluck. Thank you.
Wait. I remember that. I'm gonna swim over here for more of the, Ah!
this construct is metal, right? This thing.
Oh yeah, it's all kinds
So
of metal.
it would have taken -4 to its saving throws for my balls. Does that make a difference?
Yes. So it failed one more and took... Oh, yeah, I already did full damage from each of them. We goofed up.
Why'd you do that?
I
I thought you
forgot
made
that I
a
made
save.
one. He did. I
Oh.
miscalculated. So yeah.
Well, now it makes sense. So there
Now
you
it makes
go.
sense. Yep, the math is fixed.
I fixed it.
Unfortunately, it is now its turn.
Ooh, you should have moved.
The watery deep will claim you all, whether from the jaws of my clockwork army
I can take it. I won't be able to take it.
or others. And he's going to.
I shouldn't
do
have gone
something.
here.
As
This-
long as it's not another chain.
This
lightning.
this was a very bad spot for me to go. I didn't.
Oh, you.
He's going to do something you're not gonna like, which is pretty much
Oh.
everything that he does. He's gonna cast Greater Dispel Magic,
Oh.
I know what he's doing.
but he's gonna do an Area Dispel.
Oh, I shouldn't have
He
been
can't
here.
hit us all, bitch.
20-foot radius burst. Yes, he can. It's gonna hit
Nuh-uh.
all three of you.
Lem. Oh, I was
And
like,
Dragon,
Lem and Faya.
actually.
You're not. I'm
Dragon's
not
an eel.
worry about. It's Kyra.
Why are you
Roll
worried
one
about me?
dispel check, 1d20
Because
plus
you're the
caster
one that's
level. Here
casting
it
a
comes.
spell that's letting me breathe.
It's not concentration.
Okay, so 30.
Doesn't have to be. It's just gonna go away.
11 plus spells. Oh! I think that's gonna wait. 20. Yeah, that's gonna succeed.
I'm so confused.
Is that all?
So, one spell affecting the target for each object within the area.
Wait, aren't I immune to? No, that's greater dispel. Damn it!
Oh no.
You're gonna have to individually check each spell.
No, it says one die roll against all of them.
It's against all of our different caster levels, though, for each
Yep.
spell.
The highest caster level would be 16, 20 would be 27. He rolled a 30.
Oh,
Greater
What was the highest
heroism.
spell?
What's that?
Yeah, whatever greater heroism is.
Greater heroism
Okay.
remains.
Okay.
Fifth.
Here's the
sixth
troubling
level.
thing, though. Life bubble is dispelled.
Okay, I'm fine then.
Polymorph is dispelled on dragon.
That's good.
that's
Yeah,
not
that's
good.
actually.
Why would that be good?
Breathe.
I
He no
lose.
longer can breathe underwater.
Yeah, he can't breathe.
So dragon is now drowning.
Great.
Sione, Kyra, you are both drowning. Well,
I'm not
no,
drowning. I can
you
hold my
your
breath.
But
How dare
I
you.
think I can. I think I can do this. I think I got this.
Well,
Also,
you know, I
any
don't know
other
who has the
magical-
other items that would give us the ability to breathe.
any buffs that you had on you other than greater heroism are dispelled.
And by that, you're looking at the whole
Just
lock.
greater heroism. That's it. Haha.
So, my, not that it matters underwater, but overland flight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good Hope dispelled.
I'm very
Grand
angry.
Destiny dispelled. all the usual Lem stuff is dispelled.
Can I just trade greater heroism for life bubble?
No.
Why? I'm giving up a +4 bonus.
He knows what he's doing. Also,
Bitch.
I believe that'll dispel ball lightning.
It's not in the.
It can be. Well, no, it
You
would be
didn't pick
centered
your-
on Kyra. So this one's gone.
Haha! That's the only one.
Okay, well,
I
one of
still
them.
have 3
Oh,
balls, bitch.
3 balls.
And then he's going to move
This makes me very, very angry.
over here. Just sort
Provoking.
of swimming past you guys.
That
Technically,
provokes
it
from my,
provokes.
my balls.
No, but it does provoke from Kyra.
Dang it. It's worth a shot.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
I mean, you've got a sword drawn. You get a free shot.
Trip him.
I guess. Can I only attack with a sword? I don't have any other
Correct.
options for
No
reactions.
other options.
I can't like try to.
If you had improved trip, improved grapple, improved disarm, etc., you could do one of those, but you don't. So it'd just be
21 to hit.
21
I
is
pass his
not
medal.
going to hit. It does, but wait a minute. That you're right. That is important. Yeah, that'll hit.
Hell yeah. Let me just do 3
3
damage.
Damage. Okay, but you know what? It's still 3 damage. It's free damage. All right.
So stupid. Wait, did it go
Seeing that you've
past or
got
is it just right
electricity-
there?
Yeah, it just kind of swam. It's so big that you don't block its movement, so it just sort of swims,
Oh, okay, it's
bumping
just-
you out of the way.
I gotcha.
The lady to the north is up. She is looking around. She's kind of seeing like all of this.
It's like, damn, you guys are getting fucked up.
She goes, I'm gonna head out.
Bye.
She says, "You Verizian, you can finish it." In Thessalonian.
Who's she talking to?
I can't talk underwater anymore, I imagine.
Correct. Not without
Okay.
Spells.
She's gonna understand what's going on there.
I might.
That's
have,
unfortunate.
I might have something. No, I don't.
She can't help you with that, I'm afraid. Okay. Well, she's going to instead cast Chain Lightning again. He is going to take a lot of damage. Even if he makes his saving throw for half,
Is he dead?
55 would still destroy him.
Nice.
So she blasts this clockwork leviathan until it's a smoking ruin, and you can just hear, "I will not be stopped."
He's out, bro.
And then he's out. And you can hear a little click as his clockwork pieces stop ticking.
Oh god, I thought it was gonna blow up.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna
Like,
blow up too. I was like,
And
oh
then-
no.
She's going to close her eyes and focus and sort of reach out her hands. And you can see like she's concentrating on something. And the Seo Koi, all of them sort of just freeze in the water.
She's a water bender.
Holding, not literally freeze, they're just holding still. And she says, "Do not harm them, or my spell will be broken. Give me time, and I can send them away."
Okay.
I would like to make a knowledge check on what
Freya.
she is.
You can do knowledge history.
Because
I like that you knew your turn was coming up. As long as you have line of sight to her.
I do. Also, I'm gonna make my way to somewhere I can breathe.
Make him away.
That would be up.
Fantastic magic elevators over there.
Knowledge. What again? Sorry.
History.
History. Okay. Oh.
28.
My pride.
Um,
It's natural 1.
Yeah, but 20, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's only on attack rolls and saving throws. 28, you can tell that she is Aslanti, and just through intuition and the fact, where she's at, you suspect that she is true Aslanti.
Doesn't make sense, but okay.
No, I mean, well, true Aslanti died out at the time when this place still existed. She's
Yeah,
here.
that's why I'm like, that doesn't
So-
make sense. Like, why is she here?
Well,
I
it does make
inwardly,
sense because it's here.
I
She's
inwardly
probably
think, why
from-
didn't you do that, Salasha?
She's probably a denizen of that time period.
Roast
Survived the
Sasha.
same way as everything else here.
I guess so.
Though her Thessalonian has an accent that leads you to believe she probably speaks other languages as well. In fact, Thessalonian is likely not her native tongue.
Okay.
It's accented.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you like to do, Fea?
I would like to breathe.
Yeah, you can. Life bubble wasn't dispelled
Yeah,
from
life
you.
bell was
Oh,
only
no?
dispelled on
No, it was only-
dispelled on the people it was on. It's not
Yep.
It was
concentration.
just bubbled! No!
It's bubbled.
So you can still breathe, as can
Oh.
Lem and Ola.
Oh.
No, not.
I thought the bubble reached us. Sorry. Nice.
No, you have your own bubbles.
Yeah, what I meant, like, I thought, like, you said it was, yeah.
big radius.
Yeah, I thought it was within it. Yeah, I'm just gonna be over here, ready to go home.
Okay, so you're gonna do nothing.
This turn.
Kyra.
I will change the Sihedron to Temperance and gain fast healing 10.
Okay. Okay. You won't heal, and you only heal 5 this turn, but starting next turn, because it's at the beginning of your turn that fast healing kicks in.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, but sure. I'll take
Beginning
that.
beginning of turn, it was not set to temperance yet, so you'd have healed 5, but starting next turn, you will heal 10.
Cool.
Okay, the Siokoi, as this woman promised, they do nothing. They just hold still.
Are we not gonna go to the right of this map? No. What are we doing?
Lem, it is your turn.
I think Fea's got the right idea.
Doing nothing?
Seems like a bad place to be. I'm gonna be over here.
Okay. It is difficult terrain to move through the clockwork soldiers. Normally, you'd have to make a swim check to move that far, but since you're double moving, it's fine. Sione.
Sayoni will reach into her bag and pull out a potion.
Letting
Swim
the
over
water
dragon.
in there.
Well, is that how that works?
You would not be able to drink a potion underwater without some means of breathing. Or rather, if you did, you would lose your breath. So if it's a potion of water breathing, that's fine. Anything else, and you will have let out your breath, basically, to drink it.
What if it's somebody who is not breathing already?
Potions for dragon.
Well, no harm done.
Can I administer it to Dragon?
Sure. He'll just still be drowning.
How will if he'll have water breathing?
Oh, I see. He will. Okay, I thought it was a potion. Okay, yeah, he's just
I gave
still at
Dragon a
negative hit
potion
points.
of water breathing. I administer it to him.
Okay. He can now breathe water.
And I scoop him up. And that's all I can do.
Okay. Dragon, make a constitution check.
He's back to himself, so that's
Mhm.
not gonna be great.
He loses a hit point.
Yeah.
Olak,
Ugh.
Oh, what the?
Can't even learn how to swim underwater. Oh, Olaf's gonna swim down them. Let's see.
The eel right next to you, the seal koi, is staring at you, fangs bared, just kind of
Olaf
furious.
will cast air bubble on Sione. Her head.
Some head.
And that's extended, so you have it for 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. It is now her turn. She focuses again, and in Aquan, so only Feya would understand this, she says, "Go, leave all of us in peace while we are here." And the seal koi.
Accented?
Her Aquan is... Make a linguistics check. Good question. Make a linguistics check.
35.
35. Her Aquan is not accented. I'm going to end combat and initiative, though, now, as the Seokoi all seem to obey her command. They swim away from you, leaving you. And as she approaches you, we're going to take this moment to take our break. Chat, we will be back in a few short minutes after our little short rest. I'd encourage you to also take a little short rest, get some hydration, but not too much, or you'll end up in a flooded, Seokoi-filled hell. See you soon. Alvin. Welcome back, everybody. During the break, I was able to locate a picture of the woman.
Did you get it commissioned really fast?
Yeah. Really quick, really fast artist. She swims toward you, sort of just gliding through the water easily.
I'm still holding my breath.
As she approaches.
Sione, give her the helmet!
I'll reach into my thing and offer it to Kyra.
What is it?
It's a helmet of underwater action, I believe.
Oh, that'll let you
Right?
spell cast and move underwater just as though you were in air. Taking
But it's a head
essentially
slot.
But I have freedom of movement already.
well,
She's like, should I wear this?
it'll also give you air. Unless you've got another
Well,
plan
it's an
for that.
option, Kyra, if you want. Or you could just hold your breath.
Y'all don't got like a potion or nothing?
I used my only potion.
Okay, where's this?
I know we're the stupid helmet.
And Feya doesn't have one.
Oh, you lose your wisdom and...
I lose my wisdom and charisma bonus. Which is why I didn't want to wear the helmet.
Should I breathe or keep my wisdom and charisma?
I'm going with no breathe. No, I'm just kidding. I'll wear this stupid helmet. We better not get into any combat. I'm gonna be mad if we do.
You fight well. I am Orthun.
Salasha, do you know who that is?
No. But
Oh,
an enchantment she used.
kind of hot though.
No, I don't like that bowl cut.
I've only ever seen enchantment that powerful wielded by the Rune Lord of Lust.
Oh, Kyra, can you give Dragon a little,
Nope,
Just
my
take-
wisdom is at 0 now, and I can't do
you can't cast?
Wisdom's at 0.
My wisdom's negative.
Trauma
Wait.
cleric.
What?
Yeah, I can.
let me do it. It's been a while since
You're-
I've done this.
You guys never let me
Olak-
do anything.
Olak's gonna-
Literally never. You guys are like, wow, we need a
Trying
cleric in this
to,
party.
they're not.
And then immediately Lem or somebody else pulls out a wand, or
Right.
Olok's like, I've never healed before. Let me do that. You know what? You guys don't need me.
The last time he tried to heal someone, didn't they go unconscious?
Who? Me?
Every time Olak tries to protect something, it dies.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused
Yeah,
as
Olok,
to why
I'd rather
I
you
am
not-
not being let.
Olak, I'd rather you not punch health into Dragon, please.
I believe Dragon is still dying as well.
Yeah,
Still losing
Kyra, can
points.
you please?
No,
Okay,
Olak's
see?
gonna punch health into
No,
Dragon.
No, let me do my job. I get one job. I will cast
Olak's
Cure Light Wounds.
punching into
I'm
Dragon.
not letting him punch Dragon.
Too late. You're getting punched 13 positive energy.
He's closer to Dragon than I am currently, so I think he would have.
Well, I'm shielding Dragon.
I was gonna
from
guess
punch.
Cure Light Wounds was fine.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Dragon's not going to be at full health,
It's true.
but Dragon
He's
heals
still-
13 hit points.
It's okay. Okay, Kyra, can you also heal him?
It's been a while since I got to punch some health into someone. Do you want some too, Sione?
There you go. Wow, 6?
Are you threatening me?
I'm out of channel energies. I don't have a
6.
wand.
Why does this keep appearing? Get this out of here.
No, I actually don't. Oh, I do have a wand of cure moderate wounds. How many? What's
What
the
the
thingy for
fuck?
moderate?
Get that out of here, Stilly.
Oh,
I'm
it's
not
because it's
putting
linked.
it on there.
I just deleted it and it reappeared.
I just deleted it too.
Get
Hang on.
out of here! Quit it, Dragon! What the fuck are you doing?
Where did you put it?
I deleted it.
Okay.
That's back again!
Hide it.
Stop touching things. Don't touch anything.
Don't tell me what to do.
Do not.
2d8.
Okay, now you shouldn't be able to move it.
What's the
Okay.
caster level of a wand of cure moderate wounds?
Watch this.
2d8 plus 3.
Back.
2d8 plus 3.
What? Oh, you killed
Oh, I
Dragon!
put it in the thingy. Perfect.
Stop.
Now try.
I'm always gonna look around and look for.
You broke
Lim
it
or Freya.
bad. Every time I heal.
Yep. Just don't
You
worry
turn-
about Dragon's token.
No, he's dead! No! I'm upset.
Okay, you can heal another 18.
I wish I could, but he's dead.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck that then. I'll just take back that spell. What is he at now? Does he need more? No, it's crazy.
Let me. I have to pull up his character sheet. Hold on. I can't see his token.
got his wand.
He could use one more. Yep.
One more? One more? Oh,
Hold on, lady.
ma'am, we're trying to stop
Ma'am.
someone from dying.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, please.
You need to give me a minute, ma'am.
Okay, 11 more.
Okay, that should be good.
Good?
Oh,
I got 44 more charges on this one,
Keeps
so
appearing.
you know.
should be good. Okay, so
Okay, we can talk now, ma'am.
yes, I can be. I have you off hold. Hello.
In common, Taldane, she says, in heavily accented, there is much discord between you.
What? No.
No.
Does
we just don't ever
not
shit together.
show in your fighting prowess.
No, we're just a little bit confused, and also some of us.
We're
are
so
crying.
bad
It's
it
fine.
works. Anyways, Olak's gonna swim off, find Lim and Freya.
Are
I think it's gonna
you
move a little closer.
are you related to
Yeah, we're shit
Sorshin
together,
in
what do
any
you
way?
Oh, there they are.
I am flattered, but no. I am Orthun, a diplomat and diviner from Aslan.
Oh.
I
I
came
just-
here to treat with King Zin.
When was that?
11,260 years ago.
But you don't look a day over 22. So
I was held in some kind of stasis.
oh.
The re-emerging of Zin freed me, and through the use of divination spells, I have learned what has transpired outside.
So you were here the day the assassin came.
So it would seem.
That's kind of coincidental, don't you think?
A bit sus, yeah, a little sus, yeah.
There were many diplomats. But I am to understand it is well known who the assassins of Zine were.
Assassins plural?
Was it not his apprentices, the so-called rune lords?
Well,
Yeah,
they
but they
said
weren't
to.
physically there. They weren't the
They-
actual one doing the assassinating.
Forgive me, my divinations were not overly specific.
We believe they sent a rune giant assassin.
A rune giant. I do not know of these things.
Zin created them, apparently.
He created much in my time.
Indeed.
His greatest accomplishments were the creation of his schools of magic based upon the runes of Lissala.
What is Lissala?
You mean
Hey.
Lisala?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it today?
I don't know.
No. She is Lissala, benevolent goddess of runes.
Benevolent.
Forgive if this seems a little forward, but you seem pretty powerful for a diplomat.
Such magic was basic in Aslan.
Oh, okay, so
I
we're
assure you, though,
stupid.
I am
Okay.
primarily a diviner. I am not very effective in combat. I have
I mean-
already used most of my capabilities.
You seem pretty effective against Construct Zin over there, pointing at the wreckage.
Zine,
Oh yes, he's been haunting constructs such as that one. There was a dragon upstairs.
He's
There
been
was
hunting the whole
another-
place.
so the
Yeah.
spirit
Attacked
of
us with
Zine still
crystals.
exists.
Yeah, that's why we're
Yes.
here. We're trying to put it to rest because he's gonna raise a clockwork army to take over the world, and that's not really gonna. It's not great.
His
It's not great.
clockwork army already exists.
Well, yeah, but
See.
he's gonna mobilize them and take over and kill a bunch of people, and we don't really want that.
Aren't you a diviner? Did you not see this?
I have
Whoa,
divined
don't be rude.
much of the
I'm not
past
trying to be rude.
and present events, but you must understand there are many questions to ask, and I have but so many spells to cast. I have learned much, but not all.
How do you divine? You talk to a god, or
I am a sorcerer. Do such terms still exist in this time?
Yeah.
Don't point at me.
Yes,
Yes.
that makes sense, Verizian. Your tattoos indicate sorcery to me as well. Do you know your bloodline?
Yes.
I am of the bloodline of Aeons, if these creatures are known to you.
Aeons? What?
And they are, right?
Yeah, you guys fought one
Yeah.
last
Okay.
week.
It's like that. Okay.
What? What is it? What thing?
Keepers of time.
Oh, the Mandanu thing. No.
No, those
What am
were
I-
The
for
storm guy.
Pharasma.
Oh, the storm thing.
Mandanu was that's for.
I don't know.
Nope. Mandanu's also not Pharasma.
Yeah, he is. He
Mandanu's-
works for her.
He's a mercenary. He's
Well,
actually
he
an
still
inevitable.
works for her. Yeah.
Inevitable.
Generally, Maruts don't, though.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Interesting.
Go get a new job, buddy. Work at McDonald's.
They're not hiring.
Forgive me, I only know you as Verisian and humans and orc and small halfling.
There.
Thea. And
I'm Kyra.
Kyra.
And then I will point to Olak. Olak! And
No.
then I will point to Lim and what's Johnny.
Johnny.
J for short.
Or Lurk Logan if you're feeling.
You
the
have
name,
many names.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
I
kind of his
also
thing.
have many dresses. Do you come from a barter system? Is that a thing?
He wants her dress.
We barter with coin and commerce.
I have coins, and I mean, this doesn't need to be like pressing right now. We probably got other things to talk about, but
You
that
wish
dress
to
is
buy
good.
my dress?
I do, or trade for it. It's
We
really
will
great.
speak later.
Sweet.
Yes.
Do you know the name Salasha?
No.
Oh,
Should
irrelevant. No, my name's Sayoni.
Sioni. And she speaks most of the Sioni. You at least I am more comfortable speaking with, for there were many of your people in my time.
Yes,
In the lands you call Verisia. What is left of Verisia.
working for you?
For me, no. Aslant had no need of a slave caste from over the ocean.
That is good to hear.
I was a visitor in these lands.
I'll speak in Verzian. Can you speak our tongue then?
I do.
Oh. Does
As
Faya
I
speak
said, I am
Verzian?
something of a diplomat. I have learned many languages.
Faye will start saying
We have
hello
a
in every
diplomat
language
too!
until she
Dude,
reacts.
I bet she
Okay,
don't
well,
speak Kellish though.
You say a language, and I'll tell you if she responds or not.
No, I'm just gonna go down the list. I do speak Kellish.
No, I'm talking about the other lady.
Aklo?
Yeah,
In
give her
Aklo,
s-
she responds, "An uncommon tongue. I'm surprised to hear you speak this.
Oh, give her
You
some
are
hard
a
ones.
They
great linguist." I
they
see.
light up. Bogard.
Nothing.
Okay. Celestial.
Nothing.
Elvin.
Nothing.
Okay, she already Thessalonian Orcish.
Nothing.
She speaks Aklo, but not any of these.
Parisian.
You already know she speaks Version.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just going through the list.
That's fine.
Undercommon.
She speaks Undercommon.
Okay, Infernal.
Nope.
Draconic.
Nope.
Giant.
Nope.
Abyssal.
Nope.
Okay.
You got her beat.
Halfling.
Nope.
Sylvan.
Nope.
Yeah, what
Taryn?
a wuss.
Nope.
Kellish.
Nope.
Mankayan.
Nope.
I'd be
Something-
surprised if she spoke.
Okay, here we go. Aslanti.
What? I don't speak that.
She speaks Aslanti.
Yeah. Ancient or Rasani, sorry.
Osiriani. Nope.
Oh, Siriani, thank you. Tian.
Nope.
Ignan.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say she doesn't speak any of the other languages.
Okay, look, I
Except
only got
Aquan.
3 more, please.
Go ahead.
Orin.
Nope.
She speaks Aquan, and then I have not Ancient or Siriani.
Just traditional Osiriani. No, she doesn't
Yep.
speak that either.
I think that
Faya
was just
looks-
Faya bragging about what the languages she speaks.
The only time I'm gonna be able to use all of them in one moment, okay?
Fair,
In my
valid.
time, a linguist as gifted as you would have been a rare commodity. Though, I suppose magic could simulate such skills with ease.
It could.
It does.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
I
just
have
said hello
no-
in
It's a
a lot
spell
of
called
languages.
speak. Oh.
I have no wish to wear your frail magics out, so perhaps we should speak above water or proceed with your purposes here, I, with your permission, would like to accompany you, as you are well versed in the world today. And as I have said, my combat capabilities are minimal. I am not sure how well I could explore these halls.
Yeah, you're welcome
I
to-
think that's fine.
Yeah.
Make an insight
We
check.
were,
Yeah,
I think, about to take a rest before we pressed any further.
Wait,
splendid. I would
Right?
very much like that. It would give me a chance to reorient myself and get to know you better.
Well, after we finish.
This room.
I think you mean sense
Yeah.
motive, Lem.
That's what I meant.
What did you say? Did
You
you
know
He
say
said
what
insight. That's like
Oh,
What a new
sleight of
thing
hand.
to say.
Oh, shit.
That's like sense motive, but more thiefy.
Oh.
19.
19.
You. What were you trying to sense motive on? Anything in particular?
I want to know, like, is she being truthful and is she holding anything back?
You aren't getting any sense of duplicity from her. Just a calm, unflappable demeanor.
Gross.
No fear, just kind of matter of fact. If it is your desire, I can return us to the throne room, though if you know how to work these stairs, that might be easier.
We do.
Well, apparently you just think about using them and it works. So.
So-
I want to check out this room first, though. I want to do the.
I
Work
was
out the
just
thing.
going to suggest that, yes. Now that its guardians have been more or less destroyed. Though have a care. The Crystal Palace itself is somewhat
Yeah.
sentient and aware, though it still is groggy from sleep.
Oh, we
It
experienced
can
that
defend itself.
firsthand.
Are you welcome here then?
It does not attack me as much as it attacks others. But I am not safe either.
We
Sense
did,
motive.
Go ahead.
when we came in, we talked to Zin for a moment. Well,
2 nat 1s on sense motive. God damn.
I knew it was gonna be bad, but I didn't think it was gonna be that bad.
Oh, I was like just kind
I'm
of wondering.
Just gonna move on, Fea.
Nothing.
I was just kind of wondering why you guys keep eyeing her. I was just not really paying attention.
As you move into the now unguarded chambers, the light of the Flamma Horicalcum displays centuries of labored creation. You see Zin moving somehow slower than all the other things flying through time. Like you're seeing centuries over the course of seconds, but Zin moves slowly, hammering furiously at a gigantic, geared, armor-plated leg with a spider-like form. Its rune-engraved surface pulsing with power. He snarls at you in frustration. And if you wish, anyone can make a perception check here.
Ooh.
hell yeah. Not that I'm good at that. But... +4 for me and Kyra.
Okay, actually, so all three of you,
Wait, what about me? Wait for me.
not
Okay, here it
Sione.
is.
24?
24?
Nope, it is a
Ah!
DC 25.
Dang
Ah.
it!
Unless you want to use a chat's blessing.
No. I'm sure they'll tell me about everything they see.
Nope.
Yeah, we
The
got
three of you have a +4 bonus on any checks related to picking out vulnerabilities on whatever construct this is that he created.
It's just a spider
that-
mech.
Mm-hmm. So looking at it, though, you are able to spot, like, you're taking in what you're seeing. Its build, its construction,
Wait, is it?
before the light from the Flamma Horicalcum returns to its
What is
normal-
he building?
A leg.
What?
Spider-Man.
What is he building the leg for? Is it like a spider?
It's definitely some kind of clockwork construct.
Probably his entire.
Can I get an idea? Is this like one of his like dragon stuff, but with spider legs?
You can do a knowledge arcana check.
Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good with that. Man, I'm not training that either.
Can I?
Yeah.
That's something I can do.
I wanted engineering.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I got 44.
44. Oh, how quaint. You
Fuck you, man.
you do recognize this, sort of, or you have a suspicion. Given the importance to it, you surmise that this must be for the clockwork reliquary, that construct that everyone has been talking about that seems so damn important to Zin.
The one he was saying he had to finish, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this
Your
is...
magic is impressive.
Oh, this? It's an item.
It is empowered with some kind of horicalcum, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we picked that up here.
First King Zin was a very gifted wizard. His grasp over time magic, especially. He was unlike any other human of his time. Truly, I understand why he did not belong in Aslan.
We did speak to him when we got here. It was very brief, but for a moment, he did interact with us.
Did
I
he-
mean, non-violently.
So it is more than just a scar his death has left upon the seed.
Yes,
It is him.
I believe so.
If his palace is anything to judge by, he is quite insane. Time has not been kind to his mind. Perhaps if we can suppress his spirit for good, the palace controls can be turned over to you.
That was our thought. But we don't really have a way of doing that other than just beating the crap out of him in whatever way he manifests to us.
Well, I can tell you that it was very important to him ere his death that he finish this new body. He was obsessed with it, fixated upon it. It was to be his immortality, his cure to age. I would guess his spirit may be bound to this thing. Or, she pauses and then looks to Kyra, perhaps to his star.
Maybe. I mean, when we reforged the star, this did rise up out of the ground, so.
The ocean, actually.
Okay.
Well, the ocean floor, I assume it was on, but yes. Right? We don't need to
It
get
is
technical.
probable. But I do not believe its rising is necessarily controlled by the star. May I look upon it?
Sense motive.
Go ahead.
Look upon the what?
She wants to look at the Sahedron.
She can look.
31.
31. As far as you can tell, she seems in earnest, academically curious.
I'll look at Sione.
can look with her eyes.
And I'll
I
just,
can
like,
look with my eyes, but I cannot discern its proper magic unless I can handle it.
Wait, who has the?
It's me.
All right. Olog's gonna see if she can
No.
grab Kyra.
Oh.
Here. Got close enough.
I don't really like being handled like this, but sure.
There
I'm
is no need for this. Put her down.
We're swimming.
Put me down.
Put her.
Oh, right. You didn't go up. Right. Actually, you guys' 30 minutes of breath might be starting to get a little thin.
No,
Who's
we
you
all
guys?
have.
Or not all of you.
Leonie's the only one.
Sione's 30 minutes of breath.
She only has air bubble. Oh yes, 30 minutes.
If you are
I guess
done
we can
here,
like walk and talk and go up. Yeah.
perhaps in the throne room I can study. And she'll
Yeah. No, you just
Ugh.
my person.
Olog's gonna grab Sione. All right, let's go.
she will
You know I can
accompany
swim just fine.
No, you can't.
Have a ring
Olog's
of swimming. Okay.
Olog's dragging her.
Okay.
I'll just
She
throw my
will,
ring of swimming in the garbage as we go, I guess.
There's a convenient garbage can right there.
Yeah, right there. Just sitting there.
You weren't swimming before.
I didn't need to.
She accompanies you back up to the throne room. You guys surface from the water back into this cleaner,
Okay.
drier air,
Question.
but stagnant.
If we let somebody, like, you have to attune, how do you get to use it? She wouldn't be able to use it like we do. Would
She could.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
If you
Let's
would,
think about this
if
for
you
a
are
second.
uncomfortable with it, I do not wish to intrude.
Don't you have true sight if you want to see?
My spells are a little different. I would need to handle it to study its capabilities and perhaps confirm whether or not it is bound in some way to First King Zim's spirit. I would have done
What
such
kind of-
divination sooner, but I did not know his spirit lived on.
I see. No offense, but we worked very hard to put this together, and we can't just let anyone handle this.
I'm sorry, we just don't know you that well. Perhaps once we've traveled with you for a while.
Your caution is wise.
In my head, I'm thinking, ain't no fucking way she's touching this thing. I don't know. It seems sus. I know.
Bitch, I don't know you!
In my head, yeah! Only Sarah and Ray can hear those thoughts.
Or anyone with detect thoughts active.
Okay, whatever.
Not that I wish to, you know. Well, is this where you will make camp?
I guess so. I don't know of a better place. Oh, by the way, that's where we saw Zen, right over there.
In
We
his
should probably
throne.
pick a spot that's like not super out in the open, right?
We might have to do one of the rooms that were safe.
Yeah. Which room do we hate the least here?
Right. Which room was the least traumatic?
So this one had the living rooms. That one had the shining children or whatever.
Not that one. Fuck that.
This one had. Oh, this was where we found the Flammahoricalcum, right? The southern middle
Yes,
one.
it was.
Surely
There was-
that's the
was
And
there
there were just
anything
little
else there?
floating.
I feel like
orbs.
she would find this room interesting,
The
so
library.
we can go in there and maybe she'll forget about the Sihedron for a second.
Zin's library.
Yes.
In my time, I spent
You're-
much time here.
Oh, okay. Well, nothing new then.
This is an archive It is the only part of this place that looks much like what I am accustomed to. In Aslant, there were many such archives, buildings full of these. Now I am to understand that you record knowledge in books.
Yes.
Yes.
A slower method of transitioning information, but one which is apparently better at withstanding the test of time.
And it is more accessible to the average person.
Yes, I forget. The average citizens
Kind of an ass,
of
man.
Pharisea do not have magic.
While we're here, and this, I forgot how to pronounce her name. Althune. I'm so
Althune.
sorry, I can't pronounce her name. I would like to cast Detect Evil.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Have I attuned enough to be evil?
What have you done, Olak?
Just curious. I'm just curious.
Olak does not detect as evil.
Darn.
Oh, thank God, that's what I was looking for. Just make
Olak.
Does Salasha?
I don't think I can detect Salasha.
Oh, good.
Oh no, did I that one time?
Could you make a will save, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
32
Yes, you detect evil.
from her.
Mm-hmm.
How does it?
And now she's kind of looking at you.
Oh, sorry. Just a quick prayer. Does it? Motherfucker.
Arcane sight for me, Stu.
Yeah, arcane sight. Sione also make a will save.
I'm just wondering if
You are checking if
sorry,
I am compatible with your society.
not with our society. Just want to make sure we aren't going to get stabbed in the back when we go to fight Zin. You know. Or
Sione, you
the
detect no
rest.
magic.
Bullshit.
I am not going to betray you. You will find that while my temperament and demeanor is more severe than is acceptable in today's age, I appreciate the company of fellow mortal life. It has been a long time since I could speak with another. I am without my home, without my country, with nothing to ground me to this plane of existence anymore. I will not betray the first people I have met.
Perhaps for now, this could be relevant later. But regarding the Rune Lords, where do your allegiances lie?
The Rune Lords were crude, and they betrayed the greatest spellcaster of an age. I understand that you today still know of Erodin. He is perhaps the only human who has ever wielded magic as powerful as Zin.
What about Sorshan?
Sorshan, his apprentice of lust. One of 7 who planted a dagger in his back. I've no loyalty to her.
Good, because it might be relevant in the near future.
I wanted to send Moto something that you said, but then she kept talking, and now I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I was gonna say. Well,
I'm so
okay.
sorry.
That's all right.
It was like a
Oh, her. I'm not gonna stab you in the back spiel.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on. No, 33. Why are you rolling?
Just
He-
either
he
I'm
always
rolling
does.
either diplomacy or bluff to set the DC.
Oh, okay. I bet this person's diplomacy and or bluff are pretty fucking high.
I don't know what would give you that idea.
All the checks, the
Literally in her
51,
title,
the
her job title.
46. Yeah, the fact that she's literally a diplomat.
You can't find any reason to disbelieve her. She's not giving you anything to indicate subterfuge.
In my gut, I don't believe you. I don't know why. I'm so sorry.
Is
Okay.
Is this what you truly look like?
Of course.
Interesting question.
Insight. I mean,
Sense motive.
Wrong.
sense motive.
Dang.
You're so close.
Sense motive. I'm not very good at that. 23.
She seems a little affronted that you would ask that. Why would I have another form? I am
People do
human,
that.
like you. Different
No.
in that I am from Aslant, but human. All the same.
I think she was just asking because a lot of beings that we've seen that are as powerful as you tend to be able to take on other forms as they please. It's just something we've come across on frequent, so she didn't mean to offend you.
I think you might be crediting me with too much power. From what I have seen, you are far more powerful than I.
What level are you?
What's your XP at?
Yeah, what's your XP? Was that charm magic used?
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
when you stopped
but a mass suggestion spell.
Ah, I dabble in some of those types of spells myself.
Indeed.
Are we taking a long rest right now, yo?
Yes.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Thank God.
Oh, I guess we can kill the sunken underwater music.
Okay, this has been a little bit since
I'm gonna
we've
look
done
at
a long
Dragon.
Rest.
What do you think of her, Dragon?
Dragon kind of stares at her for a long moment, camera slowly panning in on him. Shakes his head just a few times.
Tim.
Mhm.
I think I lost me.
What do you mean you think you lost you?
You didn't bring her.
Hi, Fea.
Help! 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 Help!
She's right here.
Help!
It's right there.
You're right next to me.
Yeah, I
on the
still see
thing.
you.
Yeah, she's right here.
I only see Dodgy.
Oh no!
That happened to me earlier. Just refresh.
That did happen to you, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I see me.
Okay. When we get to the point where we're doing stuff in long rest, I have things to do, but if we're just talking right now, I'm chilling.
Well, screw it. Oleg's gonna bring out a little tiny silk pillow.
Is that for Lem or for you?
This is for me.
What did you get? Okay.
I'm gonna go in the corners like, yeah, you're right. Wake me up when I need to kill something.
Oh, I'm gonna give the helmet back
So-
to Sione, by the way.
You can. Oh, I'll put that in my bag.
Just because I don't know what it's called. I don't wanna
We can't
offend anybody.
teleport here, right?
On the contrary, you can teleport as long as your path does not pass through walls. The crystal
Yes.
is effectively a wall of force. It will block you.
So you
Right,
can divine.
But what did
through
you
it.
mean about? What did you mean about you could teleport us up to the throne room? What were you gonna do?
A little trick from Aslant. Something like teleportation. It cannot go far. I could not, for instance, take us into the vaults above.
Right. Right. We've heard of those.
But I could retreat to a recent location.
So, who do you guys want me to spy on?
Oh, could you look in on Ardeth Lenatus?
Yes, I can.
I would like to know if he got mortared or not.
You want to see my divination
Um,
spells?
He fails the will save.
I didn't even cast it yet. Calm down.
A daddy.
Just trying to speed things along a little bit.
Oh, fine. There it is. So how's he doing?
You see him in prayer before an altar to the Lady of Graves, the Pharasman spiral visible to you.
He's still alive.
He is indeed still alive.
He's not dead, Kyra. He's praying.
Good.
Looks like he had a bagel for breakfast.
Never heard of that.
Sour cream and
Oh,
onion.
it's very good.
Must not be from.
It's kind of like
Kadira.
toast, but bigger and round.
Interesting. Okay.
So
What
he
I'm
just
imagining,
chilling,
I'm
right?
sure, is not what.
Round toast with a hole in it.
Toast.
After a few
Okay.
minutes, you'd see him finish up his prayer and join a couple of unfamiliar faces to you, all of whom bear holy symbols in a hall, and they speak somberly to one another.
But it does look like the lighthouse, the lady. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else you want me to look in on? Lamb?
I don't have anyone
Ola?
else. No.
Bless.
Yeah. I'm
Never
like
mind,
sleeping.
Olak.
Can you perhaps peer
Hey.
into the location of Sin and his spirit?
I can try. Kyra, can I have the shard?
Oh yeah. Go for it.
I mean the Sahedron. It's not a
Yeah.
shard anymore. Have it.
Go ahead.
Well, now that I have this, which technically is a possession of his,
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
so wait, I'll get a bonus.
That's a good point.
He fails the will save.
Oh
But
shit!
all you see is just the Crystal Palace out in the ocean.
Because he's like,
Oh, you can't
He
divine
is-
to inside of here. Oh, because he is this place.
I don't know. It could be either.
Speaking of that, I just had a thought. Since the rune giant that assassinated him was there when this happened, did something happen weird with his soul? The rune giant's like soul as well? Should we expect to see a rune giant ghost walking around?
Not a ghost per se,
Oh.
but I do believe that his killer exists within this place, meaning undead, or
Really?
perhaps not undead, but in a partial dead form.
Where do you think they would be? I mean, would they?
I can tell you that First King Sin did not die in the lower holds. Everything I have seen leads me to believe that it was in the mid-level of his former palace, now the apex, for the upper levels were blown away in the explosion of Sin's body.
Are we in the mid level right now? Where are we?
You're on the ground level.
Oh, ground level.
The apex would be at the highest point of his palace, beyond the vaults.
Oh, okay. We have to go higher than the vault.
We should probably mention we're going to have to deal with a Faya, what did you call it?
Merlin?
A Meredith.
A demon.
She
Yes,
is
she's
bound
Planar
here.
bound here.
We were
Where?
going to.
I have not encountered this demon.
It's through the special Sahedron portal thing.
You have been to the vaults,
Oh yes,
I was
they're not
gonna
very
that.
pleasant.
and you can navigate them.
Yes, but each vault has its own
Can't. It's
problems.
not like it's hard.
A Merilith is in one, and she's
A
bound there
Mirolith.
to
Yes.
protect it.
I suspect that First King Sin has placed guardians in each of his vaults.
Yeah, we know.
Do you know of a way to free her from the
To free a Merilith from what?
Her bond? Her task?
How do you free something from planar binding?
Yes, that's it.
Well, you would need high-level envy magic.
And
We don't have that.
not yet. I am going to cease talking so that I can go and use one of my incense of meditation.
Oh, okay. So you
So I
begin
will
like setting up and
Spend the 8 hours, and I would like to cast commune while I am doing that.
okay. Oh, I do enjoy a nice commune spell. All right, I will
But-
get back to you.
Yeah,
shortly.
come back to me because I have to come up with my questions.
I would suggest that you simply execute the creature. Meriliths are deadly.
I assumed we'd be fighting something like Zin later, so I wanted to conserve resources.
I would think, given your sensibilities in this day and age, you would not want to unleash a Merilith upon your world.
Well, no, we would take care of her after.
If you are going to take care of her, then why unbind her?
I guess she could teleport then, couldn't she? Probably. Well, just to warn you, we're probably going to have to fight and kill her.
Or enchant her?
Do you think you can?
I think you can. You seem to have a great gift with the lust magic.
Most
Feya's like eating like beef jerky right now, just like
mostly it's actually more evocation magic.
Evocation. I would assume this is sloth or wrath.
Isn't it greed or was that
It's wrath.
transmute?
Transmutation is breed.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wrath. But I do
Wrath.
know some lust spells, thanks to someone.
If you cannot ensnare her with lust, then it is best if you hate her as hard as you can with everything you have.
But she is bound to protect the place. Wouldn't that override my charm of her?
I said if you cannot charm her.
Well, I can give it a shot. I could just tell her to turn around for a couple minutes, and we could leave.
couple days.
Just look the other way for a few minutes. Freya,
Yes, huh?
you want me to spy on anyone? How's my body coming along, by the way?
Well, it's been 2 weeks.
Body.
Let's stop giving this person information
Oh,
about us,
this
y'all.
is where Feya will pop off. Oh, I visited the scientist, and then I'll take out one of the
No.
ancient fish from the bottom. I'm going to recreate this, but
Make a bluff
bigger.
check.
Oh shit! Feya's not lying though.
You kind of are.
Partially. I can't beat that.
Oh no!
But like, Feya isn't lying. She's gonna do it. She's just trying to redirect.
She's redirecting.
Yeah, you're lying
Yeah.
about what body you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we should be giving this person a bunch
Of
of information.
course.
about
Quiet,
this.
focus on your incense.
Of course.
I am. I'm talking to you as Sarah.
No, it's a clone. Are you familiar with the clone spell?
I am. It is high level. Gluttony.
Yes.
A clone is a good protection, a good ward against death for those who do not have forever to live.
It's for something else, but yes. What was the time? 3 months, Freya?
I'm sorry. What? There's a kid screaming outside.
3 months, right?
Yes. And then
Well-
5 months for mine.
Then you must be greatly motivated to reach Zine's vault of Horicalcum.
I do not plan to die.
No, that's not the plan.
Unless you do not object to waiting the full 3 months you said,
No, we're not waiting.
then the vault of Horicalcum will help.
Well,
You
It could.
do understand how Horicalcum works.
yes. But it might be fine to wait 3 months. We'll see when Mandu comes back. We're not in a big hurry, probably.
You are very curious. Yes, very
Okay.
curious.
I've got somebody coming after me, okay?
If you require my help, I could help once the present threat is dealt with.
Well, it's a Marut. He wants to take
A
me back
Marut?
to... Yes.
What have you done to earn the ire of a Marut? You
Why
are
are
far
you
too
telling
young,
her your
surely.
whole backstory
Here's my whole
now?
backstory, man.
What are
I just
you
want somebody to
doing?
talk to
We
about this.
don't
event.
know who this is. She could be like really
As
bad.
long as she's not a Marut, I don't give a shit.
What if she is though?
She takes off the mask.
Joke's
was
on
me.
you! It was Mandanu all along.
Sick. Solasha.
It was somebody named Salasha's fault.
Gestures for you to go on.
She's an ancient spirit stuck in my body.
So you seek to separate the spirit from your own body with a
Yes.
clone.
Yes.
Very clever. Very clever.
Hmm.
That will surely suffice to avert the inevitable. Of course, there are other ways. Have you
Like-
tried to simply eradicate the spirit?
I'm afraid I can't.
We have tried that.
It has been tried, actually.
It has been
Uh,
done.
It killed me and
Ah.
her.
That is a tight bond.
Yes. Unfortunately, she has been in my family for generations. If you understand my
Yes.
meaning.
I imagine so. It's just kind of.
I'm gonna hit the old dusty trail. I think I'm talked up enough. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yes, you sleep. I can keep watch. The stone, she points to one of the stones on her neck, enables me to forego the need for sleep.
Ah.
Yeah, so we'll set a watch.
Yeah, we're gonna set a watch.
Yeah.
As you wish.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can do that because I have to meditate for 8
That's
hours with
okay.
this shit.
We got
so
other people.
I'm
You
so
go
sorry,
rest.
but my spell damage will be maximized, so it's worth it.
I will spend some time in divination and focusing my magic that I might help you.
Yeah, you do that.
I'll
I
take
You
would
are a
this.
minstrel, no? Perhaps you might play us music while we rest?
No, I don't really do that. I'm gonna build a bathtub though. That's actually what I'm gonna do. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna.
Very well.
Lamb, do
assemble
you want
my
the first
tub.
watch then?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys settle in for an extended rest, is there anything you guys want to do?
Yeah, I want to
Yes.
cast commune, but give me 2 seconds. So go back, do
Yep,
somebody
yep.
else first.
All good.
I have a thing I'd like to do on my first watch.
Mm-hmm.
I will build my tub.
Mm-hmm.
I will fill my tub.
Mm-hmm.
I will endeavor to heat my tub.
Okay.
And then I am going to spend some time writing a letter on parchment.
Okay.
There's something I will do too.
Okay. Go ahead.
I will cast Legend Lore.
Okay, keeping in mind that
It'll
that
take 1d4
casting time-
times 10 minutes if I'm in the place of question.
Ah, so you are casting it on the Crystal Palace?
Yes.
Is there anything in particular you want?
Yeah, what the fuck? That's my question.
It's really big.
What's with this place?
Crystal Palace says, I don't know, bro.
What
the fuck's up with you?
Man. You're inside me. I guess like how Zin could be like bonded to this, like how the like when the Sihedron, how would I blast Zin out of here? Because he got blasted in here, I guess.
Okay, so first of all, roll your d4.
Oh.
Not that it really matters, I guess.
No, it's coming. 3.
As you cast this, you begin to see things. You begin to hear the legends. The legend of first King Zin. The Aslanti, who was cast out of Aslant for his extreme beliefs in these 7 virtues of rulership, in the idea that true magical power resided within the ideas of generosity, zeal, love, etc. You see the founding of an empire as this young man comes to a vibrant, fertile land called Varizia and awes the native Shoanti and Varizian population with his magic and his gifts. How he brings all the people under his banner, forming up into an empire, proclaiming himself their king, and largely is accepted as a benevolent ruler who protects his people from the giants and the Cyclopean Empire and the distant threat of serpent folk. You see a familiar image that you've already witnessed of him taking a great diamond like a seed and planting it in the earth as it begins to grow into this towering, many-turreted crystal palace, bigger than what exists now. You see him walking these halls, discussing philosophy with his apprentices, meeting with diplomats from all manner of different countries, far-off continents, even different planes. You see angels of heaven and devils and demons from hell and the abyss. You see even some aeons approaching him, offering gifts of tribute to him. You see his palace all the while watching, learning from him. The very crystal itself absorbing his magic, becoming mindful, an extension of his will. You see assassination attempts foiled by his very palace, doors acting of their own accord, spikes of crystal impaling assassins, images appearing to warn him of poison or traps. You see always 7 shadows conspiring against him. And eventually, as he ages, you see him have this beautiful idea, this great ambition. You can see that his star wards all of the threats away and begins to drive away even his servants until only his 7 apprentices remain with him. All the while, he builds something great, something that moves on 3 spider legs with a crystal in the center. And you see all of it engulfed in flames and a great explosion that sends screaming Zin blasted into shards himself, binding into the very palace itself. you see his soul still here. And you see it all submerged within the ocean, waiting, biding its time. You see fish coming in and out of this place. Aboleths and other scarier creatures of the deep. You see veiled eyes in the water staring, waiting hungrily. And then you see the place rise from the depths. And you see a sleeping king on his throne slowly beginning to awaken. And you see his attention turn once more to the three-legged construct that he had first begun. That's pretty much all you're going to get.
Okay. Fair enough.
Kyra,
That's it. That's it for me.
are you ready?
Hi. I have been beautiful minding my notes.
I stalled as long
Okay.
as
I have
could.
one question before I do my commune. Before we entered the palace, we saw these they were abelisks that we fought outside, right? In the water?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I remember that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And they mentioned something about it being somebody's domain,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wanted to make sure I was remembering that correctly, and I will now do my commune to ask all the questions that I've thought of because of that, because it has not come up and I am concerned.
I have concerns.
Okay.
Okay.
Amid the incense, your consciousness sort of drifts away from your body into a higher plane of sunlight and clouds.
It's much nicer. Okay, my first question, because these are yes or no questions, and I get 16 of them, but I don't have 16 written down. You're in luck.
Wait, we leveled up, so technically you have to get 17.
You have not leveled up yet.
How dare
Next.
you?
Okay, I want to know if the remnants of the rune giant that was sent to assassinate Zin are still within the Crystal Palace. It's not its remains, but it's I don't know what to call it other than a ghost. You know what I'm saying? But you
It's
know what
soul.
I mean. Soul, that's the word.
The sunlight brightens.
Yes. Can this soul of this rune giant help us put Zin to rest?
Oh boy. It flickers more bright than dim, but there's a bit of yes and no.
Unclear. Okay. Does I cannot say her name. Althune? Okay, Althune's goals align with ours.
The sun darkens.
Okay. Is Althune who she says she is?
The sun stays dark.
That's what I thought. Will she betray us?
The sun brightens.
Will she betray us
You hope.
before we put Zin to rest?
It darkens.
I love commune. Okay.
This is the way commune is supposed to be used, by the way. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about our Saturday game.
Mm-hmm.
Does she know?
Okay.
Does she know what this is?
Are there abelisks that reside within the Crystal Palace now?
The sun dims.
No abelisks, huh? That's good. That's good for us. That's good.
Oh, I was convinced she was one because of the languages.
I thought that too because of the people on the outside, and I was like, they spoke Aquan, and I'm wondering how she was breathing underwater, but also she seemed to be a high-level caster.
And the mass
so whatever.
suggestion.
Yeah.
aboleth things.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Okay.
And electricity. Just throw that out there.
This place was referred to as Oganthune's domain. I want to know
is Agathun the rune giant that was sent to assassinate?
The sun
Zin.
dims.
Okay. Is Agathun Aslanti?
The sun dims.
Okay.
Got 6 more.
Should. Okay. Is Agathun present in the Crystal Palace?
The sun brightens.
Okay. Should we be more concerned with Agathun over Zin? Like, is Agathun more dangerous?
Flickers.
Unclear. Okay. I have to think. Okay, wait. Wait, it was a no to Agathun being here in the Crystal Palace?
It
Or
was a yes.
It was a yes, okay. But there are no aboleths, so Agathun is not an aboleth.
Oh, ask if she likes bagels.
If who likes bagels?
Agathun.
Agathun?
Balthun?
Althun and Agathun. Because this is what I wrote in my notes underneath the man, green hair, woman, blonde hair, Aquin. And then I wrote Agathun's domain. And that was on. I also have in my notes from when we talked to Karzug that in addition to the memories of Zin, he mentioned that like the aboleths there were just as untrustworthy as the witch in her mountain, but I don't know what that is. So I thought that maybe there would be aboleths here, and then I was worried that this Agathun thing is an aboleth, but
You can ask if she's
Since
really a sorcerer.
if this lady is,
Althun?
that's what I'll ask.
Ash, I think you're getting Althun and Oganthun mixed up.
I'm not. I'm just saying if she wants to know more about this person.
Well, she keeps
Yeah,
talking about
about her-
Oganthun, and you
I
keep saying
know.
she.
She seems like she's out of questions. I'm trying to help. And those names are similar. I'm just saying.
Okay, they are similar. It's really weird. That's why I thought maybe because Althun said she was Aslanti, so that's why I asked if Oganthun was. Did Oganthun work with Zin?
The sun brightens.
Interesting. Did Oganthun betray Zin?
Flickers.
Okay. I have like two more questions. Okay.
I love this spell. It's always a game changer.
It makes me think a lot because you have to like ask the right question.
Just to ask it in the right format.
To know what you really want to know. I think Althun is really a sorcerer. I don't think I need to ask that question.
No, I'm still convinced they're an aboleth.
I think so too, but I was told there are no aboleths within this Crystal Palace, so
Like, I've just maybe it's a projection, like the one wolf lady thing.
You already asked the question if she's in the palace.
Okay.
True. Tim's trying to keep a straight face.
No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not keeping a straight face at all.
Did Althun work closely with Zin?
Dims.
No. So maybe she really was just a diplomat.
Maybe she was the assassin. Just got ka-cha-cha-cha.
Last question.
Yeah. Okay. Should we be leading Althun to Zin?
Flicker.
Damn it, Saren Ray.
Concern?
Concern.
And with that,
Concern.
you feel your sense of self falling back through the clouds into your body.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna say any of that out loud because I don't wanna. Yep. Yeah.
You
Man,
are a cleric? She asks. You hadn't heard her like approach.
God, how'd you get there? No, just kidding. Yeah. A cleric of Serenray.
Serenray. That is the angel of sunlight. Correct?
Yes. More or less.
You must be very devout and well loved by your goddess.
I try to serve as she would.
Did your communion go well?
I think so. Just trying to ascertain more about Zin, but it's quite difficult.
Yes. There is much veiled within this place, even to the gods.
Yeah.
She's gonna make a sense move.
I wasn't lying!
No, not about your lying. Just to notice if you seem a little
Perturbed?
tense.
I'm a little tense because she snuck up on me, if you want to have that one. Like, that freaked me out, you know?
Do you think Kyra would have given what you just learned, everything?
I think she'd probably still have the same wary attitude towards Althun because she's kind of been wary of her this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think her demeanor would have changed. I like to picture Kyra as pretty composed and does not wear her emotions on her face, unlike me in real life.
Yeah, I could see that.
Can I please play a character that does not show?
You
Living
get the
the dream.
sense she's appraising you. You should continue to rest.
I will.
Out of curiosity, has it been 2 hours already, Stilly?
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Oh, look, wakes up. That was a good power nap. Alright.
Not quick, huh?
Actually, at this point, if you guys want, I'm willing to move forward with the extended rest to the end of it.
Yeah, I just need to do all my spells and stuff, but
Is
we can
Faye
do that as we
taking a
move on.
watch?
Alright,
Faye would
who's
probably
who's
take the
ready
last
to go
one.
back for a swim?
What would you say, Faye?
Faye would probably take the last watch.
I would like to, near the end of that watch, have a very brief conversation with Thea.
Steam is yours.
Are you making that face? Ooh, am I in trouble? Ooh.
Is everyone else asleep except for
No.
Creepy Lady?
Olok's
No,
wide
Olak-
awake.
I'm meditating.
I'd be sleeping until you wake me up for my watch shift, so.
Olok's like
Just,
fully awake now. He's preparing his stuff for like the next hour, but he's fully awake.
Faye, can I bother you for a moment?
Okay.
No, motion her over to the tub. Where I am, not to get into the tub. 'Cause that'd be
Faye
weird.
will put her fish in the tub.
Oh, good. Good.
Does it survive well in the tub?
No, I'm assuming that tub is laden with like a bath bomb, some oils, some fragrances.
I will not put the fish in the tub. I'm pretty sure I put it like in something with the water, by the way. I want it alive.
I mean, you might have to catch a new one because
Okay.
it's about no retcons. But yeah,
This fish is not going to live very long.
it does not live very long in there.
Okay. I will get another one before I leave. Don't let me forget it because I have things and stuff.
So yeah, Fea just throws the fish in the tub.
Is that what you want? You want to cook it?
No, I don't actually. I just need a small favor if you'd be willing.
Oh, what is?
And I will hold out a small envelope for her. Can you tuck this away in your bag?
Yeah.
And
I will tuck it away.
if something happens to me here, if you could read it, that would be great.
You should have let me clone you.
Yeah, there's some stuff about that in the letter, so...
Oh, okay. So I just need a finger. Is that okay? Last time I tried to take friend's body, they made me bury it.
Yeah. Just if something happens, read the letter, do what it says. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay, I can do that.
I want your word on this one, though.
Fea will extend her pinky, but her nails are like really long and kind of dirty. So like she'll go on for that.
I will take her hand and I will dunk it into the water and bring it up a little bit.
Like all her nails are super long, by the way.
Just dunk it in, give it a little attention. Then we'll pinky promise.
Okay. You have my word.
Appreciate you.
Hey guys, where are we going in the morning when we wake up? Are we going down into the water again? Further that way? Are we going?
If you will permit my advice, I think there is little down below for you. It seems all leads up to the apex.
Okay.
Seem in a real rush to get up there, man. Just saying. Sus that one. Okay. Then I shouldn't prepare water breathing. Is that what you're telling me?
Wait, are we done with the basement then?
I thought there was another room at the end of the hall and we could go down there.
No, I don't think there was.
There
Probably a trick
was.
of the shadows. Water distorts things.
I have
Refraction.
explored the lower hold at length. If you have any questions, I can tell you what I found.
Yes,
Yeah, what was
but
it the far what was at the far end of that big room? Also, where did you come from? Was there a door there?
Yes, I was below, and when I saw your fighting, I crept forward to observe you.
Where did you come from?
I was in a chamber below.
For like what? Like 10,000 years?
As I
Yes.
have already discussed, I
Like-
was in stasis.
what, like a hole in the ground?
No. Stasis. It is a form of magic which suspends the body, preventing it from aging or even being conscious. It is like going to sleep magically and being left there through the eons until you awaken by a qualifier or other magic.
That's a good point. How did that happen to you?
I do not know.
Someone must have done it to you.
You seem to know a lot
I
of things.
suspect
Don't know that.
it may have been one of the rune lords.
Sense motive.
Why would
Right,
they
I
have
would-
done that for you?
I want to know if she really knows or not.
Yeah.
33.
I want to get it on that too.
You get a strong sense of confusion from her.
So she doesn't know.
Why
Seems
would
like
they?
she doesn't know.
Why would they do that for you?
to know whether
It
there are other
is
diplomats there.
possible they did not want me returning to Aslant with news of their treachery.
Were you the only diplomat here when all of that happened?
The only diplomat from Aslant. I am not certain what other visitors the first king had with him.
Wait, I'm still asleep. Ignore me.
No,
Wait,
this
hey,
goes
no,
back to
this
sleep.
is.
This
I
can
was
be
under the
in the
impression
morning.
this is
Like, wait
yeah.
a minute.
we did the long rest.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know. You chilling. I'm just still picking spells because it takes forever. What's
did
up?
How did your communion go?
It was interesting. I felt that Saren Ray was unclear about a lot of things. More than usual, which leads me to believe that there's something in this palace that I'm unsure of. I'm gonna look over at Fea and in Kellish. I am going to tell her that Althun's goals do not align with ours, and she is not who she says she is, and that she will betray us probably before we get to Zin. But after we get to Zin,
I just
after
look
we
at
have
them
taken care of
talking.
Zin, and I am concerned that she wants this clockwork reliquary. Because, anyways, so I will say
And while she's doing that, I'm going to try to start talking to her about the dress that she's wearing in an effort to maybe lend some distraction to this process.
Oh, you dick! Because
Yes!
she's absolutely trying to follow
Thank
that.
you, Lem.
So here's what I'm gonna have you do. Lem, just make a straight bluff check.
I would have kept my tone
wanna see
to
how well-
Fea not serious and more of a like just casual conversational type.
Hey, she's
Fea
gonna,
has
like,
one
betray
tone.
us and stuff.
Fea has one tone, and Kyra's trying to sound like she's just asking
Ooh.
Fea how her sleep went.
Okay, like she's trying to like, like you're kind of keeping her distracted.
I also do want to actually barter for this dress if that's possible.
Oh,
If it
Fea,
seems
I'm
like-
also gonna ask you what you know about if you've heard of Ogunthon. I'm so sorry. Ogunthon? Ogunthon.
Ogan.
What-
Ogunthon. I'll
What
spell
knowledge
that.
check can I make for that?
None.
No?
History, I guess, but it's a stupidly high DC.
If
I will tell her everything that I learned in my commune as well, but I don't know that that will assist with a history check. Because there really wasn't much that I learned.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have rolled 2 nat 1s in a
You
row,
have rolled so low.
and now I have rolled a 2.
Oh, you're getting better. Yeah.
Wait. It says I have 2 hero points, and I am petty enough, so...
Okay, re-rolling it.
Reroll that bitch.
Don't usually roll lower when you do that.
I
Traditionally.
can...
Okay, so you are moving in the right direction.
Should we
That's
use
good.
another hero point to add 8?
I don't think 8 would help. Would
I
it?
don't think 38 would have been enough here. No.
Would
Not
40?
even with me telling her that I know
Correct.
what I know. Okay, that probably added.
Do you want to use that other hero point?
Yes, why not? Sure.
Wow. You
We're
really want it.
leveling. I get one soon.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's true. In that case, if you fail this, I'll let you use mine.
42.
42.
Add these hero points.
Do you want to use any chat's blessings?
Do I,
I will
need
give
a
her
45?
my hero point.
It is a 45. The DC.
How many blessings do we
choose?
have? 5. We have 5 blessings, so you could take 3 for sure.
Okay, sure.
Do it. I really want to know this, so
We're invested.
we're
Okay.
invested. We're talking.
You do recognize the name Oganthun now that you hear it. That was an advisor in the royal courts of ancient Aslant. They were They were primarily loyal to the rulers of Aslant, but when Aslant sank beneath the sea, supposedly, like they were, I mean, surely they sank with the continent. No one knows what became of Oganthun. Though, noteworthy, the diamond which Zin used to build the Crystal Palace was a treasure given to him by Oganthun.
And what kind of crystal is it?
I mean, no one knows, but it grew into this whole palace, so.
Well, I kind of want one, so.
You want a crystal palace?
Yeah. Doesn't every pretty girl?
Why not? Yeah, you're right.
Man, them. I have crystal palaces are cool.
The funny thing about Oganthun, though, is no one knows where they came from. They just turned up in Aslant's royal courts.
Oh,
They
so
just
like.
showed up, and then they're not Aslanti.
Or an aboleth? Like, what the hell?
Well, if they're not here, then they're not an aboleth.
Alvin knows, but Olak doesn't.
Sarah
Yeah.
doesn't know. Sarah's.
Dude.
My notes are. I'm over here flipping through all these pages trying to make connections that I don't even think are connections.
I know what Alvin's thinking.
So I'm a
They
halfling
showed
from
up.
a place called the Shire, and it's customary there to swap dresses as a form of trust. So I would like to do that now, please.
I will sell you my dress.
Deal. How much?
We do
I've no
have all
need
that
for
coin.
your coin. But if you have a magic item of value, I would take that in trade.
Do I ever? I definitely have those. Would you like... Oh, this is pretty good stuff. I've got so much shit that I don't want. Would you like to have a bit of dragon's blood? That's pretty magical.
No.
Oh.
I am a sorcerer. I have no need for material components.
Oh. Okay. Well, have you ever been a tiny sorceress? Bet that'd be pretty new.
I have no need to alter my shape or size.
Oh, okay. Well, you've heard of that Karzug guy, right?
Karzuk is the rune lord who rose 5 years ago. My divinations have revealed this to me.
Well, I happen to have a coin from his vault. Not magical, but highly collectible.
You do realize his coins were Aslanti in origin,
So you
literally
probably
my
want them
home
back.
country. I have enough coin already, thank you.
All right. What about? I really want this fucking dress. What about a special cloak that could make you not be where you seem to be?
Make a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy check. I'm gonna spend a hero point, please.
Are you
Reroll that.
serious?
Yep.
Alright.
Thank you.
Yes. This will suffice.
Lovely.
And she's
She can
going
have
to immediately strip down.
Wonderful. I
In
too
front
will
of,
strip.
in full view, like she has no concern whatsoever of nakedness.
Any weird markings or anything that we know?
I was just kind of
No,
like watching.
None at all.
I'm guessing they're both stripping down.
I
She
imagine
will
Lem
remove
stripping
the
down
dress.
immediately too.
Yep. Taking it off right now. I will give her my cloak of minor displacement.
Okay, she'll take it and put it on.
Lady.
And then
Drax.
cast a quick spell that causes the dress to reappear on her.
That's fine. I still have the dress. I have the dress, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Make a will save.
Save. Hmm.
Why are you making will saves? That's a second.
The dress vanishes out of your hands as you realize it was an illusion. It just kind of falls apart.
Now look, give me my cloak back. That's not cool, lady.
I was under the impression that we had a bargain.
Yeah, but you cheated. That's not
I
a
did
bargain.
not. I gave you exactly what you asked for.
No, I asked for a dress, not
You
an
asked
illusion.
for specifically that dress, and I gave it to you.
And it's not a dress. That's a magic spell you gave me. Those are not the same things.
Olak was
Is she
watching.
just
Was she
naked
just
now?
was she just wearing illusion the whole time? Like,
If you must know, yes, I was garbed in illusion.
Do you not have clothes? Do you need some clothes?
I now have a cloak.
I'm like looking at Lane. Why don't you just do that?
You stay out of this, sir. Give me my cloak back. I asked for a dress, not an illusion. You bargained in bad faith. That's not cool. And if you want
I
an ongoing
thought it was
cooperation,
obvious.
it was not obvious. Cloak, please.
Very well. Just a note, Sione, by the way, that the dress did not show as magic when you were looking at it with your arcane sight. I do not wish for you to be upset. She'll
Oh,
take the
we're
cloak off.
past that point. Don't worry about that.
You may have your cloak back.
I don't have arcane sight. I didn't cast it.
No, that was
From yesterday.
yesterday. She had no magical auras on her.
Oh.
My eyes on
This, whatever she is, this is not me talking as Kyra. Please do not assume that. She's super good at hiding whatever she really is.
If she ever gets distracted by Lem and keeps trying to look over there, I'll cast Fireball as a distraction. Just like off into this other room. She's like, hey.
Oh, look at that fireball over there.
Look at that. Well, crazy, huh?
So, if all of our business is resolved, maybe we could move on up to the apex. The
Do you
longer
mind,
we dwell here, the stronger the first king's spirit will become.
Do you mind if I cast a spell on you?
What spell?
Well, I was
Mage
gonna
armor.
cast life bubble on all of us if we're
I do
going
not
up
require your life bubble. My own magics will protect me.
Can I
sure.
do another
we're
check
going
on
into.
that?
Yeah, what spell?
We're not
Own
for the
magics?
water room. It's for a different room in one of the vaults.
Yeah, where you could breathe.
You have not answered my question. I would permit a spell, but I wish to know what you are casting.
Dispel magic.
No, I
how
do
about
not
s-
permit.
How about suggestion?
You get the
Sione,
vibe that.
what are you doing?
And why would you wish to do this?
I would just want to suggest that you tell us the full truth of who you are and what you want with Zin, and why you want to travel with us. I kind of glance at Kyra and Fea, who I didn't
She
hear,
straightens up.
but I could kind of infer that
Hey, I was having a happy conversation with Thea. You don't know nothing unless you make a sense motive check.
Sayoni. I don't need a fucking sense motive check. My friends are speaking in a different language.
Who says we didn't have prayers like that every morning?
Faye's study time.
No, then?
I should have just kept on sleeping.
I kind of would like to see if you can resist as well.
She smiles politely at you. And then she's going to cast a spell.
At me?
Can't tell.
Whoa, 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 whoa! What are we doing?
Whoa,
What are we
buddy,
doing?
whoa,
What are we
whoa.
doing?
And she
what are we
vanishes
doing, girl?
from sight.
Oh my god!
I cast a spell too. It's my turn.
Sione and technically each of you can make an initiative roll.
Oh, what is happening?
First
Just
of all,
Sione and her, because I got a feeling Sione's. I know what she's trying.
can I do a check to see what spell she just cast?
Only if you win initiative.
Oh, you want me to roll initiative?
Use
Mhm.
a hero
You got
point.
This
Use a
would be
hero
before
point.
she casts the spell. Once she casts the spell,
Use a hero point.
No!
18. Okay. Yeah,
I'll
she
use.
got-
Oh, you have
A
a
net-
Sahedron. You could have had it on the. No, it's too late. It's too late.
I do have the Sahedron.
It's too late though.
yeah, but you can't change which position it's in.
Even if I rolled a nat 20, I couldn't beat her.
Hmm.
She got a 27.
Okay. Yep. You can do. So she's gone, but you could do spellcraft to see what she cast after the fact.
Oh god.
Well, hold on.
Did we just make her into an enemy?
I was just asking questions.
Why would you ask her if you could cast suggestion on her? That's very
I was
suspicious.
trying to be polite.
It's not really polite.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean-
Asking someone if you can suggest that they do something
By the
magical
way,
is not
Stilly,
very
can I
good.
try to discreetly try to sniff where she went? Or if she's still...
Make a perception check.
40 spellcraft.
She casts teleport.
How is she teleporting in and out of here?
Because she's
The
not
door's
going
open.
through the walls. She told us.
Yeah, the door's
She's
probably...
not going through the walls.
She's just moving
Well,
somewhere
but
else.
she would have to literally go somewhere that she couldn't physically pass through a wall.
The door's open.
So she could be anywhere. in
I
this
know, but she can't go anywhere that's like.
Unless going back downstairs doesn't count as, like,
Did I roll?
anything.
I mean,
I'm talking to
the
myself.
floor is made of that crystal stuff too, so she couldn't have gone to a different level.
In that whole
I'm-
part? For the water?
And that's only if she was even telling the truth. We don't know.
23.
23. You have no scent whatsoever. In fact,
Well-
it's occurring to you that she had no scent the entire time.
What?
Well, okay, well now that she's not here, I guess I will tell everybody what I learned.
I'm going to whip out a wand of locate a person and try to locate her with it.
The
Well, you-
projection spell, it might be true.
You think she's just a projection? Yeah.
Locate creature does not come up with any results. She is
Yeah.
not within range, which is weird because that should cover the entirety of the palace.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I don't think
it's-
she was ever here the whole time.
maybe it's because you're trying to detect the human form, and we know
But we
clear
don't
as
know what
day
she
something
is,
like that
yeah.
not human.
I just assumed something was going on, and I wanted to poke a little
d-
bit.
Yeah, but I
especially
don't think
technical
asking
roll.
the suggestion thing was a good idea.
How do you pronounce what she is, by the
It
way?
was playful banter.
Or what? The Ogaz.
No. Ogathune is different than Althune. Well,
I know, but you got what I was trying to say.
Yes.
So, and Askell, if you could kindly type in Ogathune in the chat, so I could.
Okay, I'll
write
just
it.
put both of their names. How about that?
Thank you.
There's Oganthune.
Oh, I was really far.
Oganthune.
Guys, all do.
I spelled that one right.
Look at that.
Oganthune.
I'm gonna try to scry on her really quick.
I don't think that's gonna work. She said she was a master of divination and like a bunch of. She's probably
It doesn't hurt to try.
super protected against all of that stuff.
Sometimes it hurts to try.
By the way, gather up. I'm
never
gonna
hurts.
cast a
I'll
spell
just
on
remind
all of you
There
guys.
was a time that it did.
I will gather.
Okay,
I am
gathered.
here.
I am here.
Casting status extended.
Oh, okay.
Stilly,
does
make
that
us
do?
save.
I don't need to.
It doesn't work.
Well, I guess I can. You're trying to.
She was an illusion, huh?
You're trying to scry on a person who is not. I don't think it would work. The spell
What
just.
about if I do it on?
Because
God.
you don't know
You
her.
can try, but it's gonna. So they have bonus if you just know the name. Like with Xanderghoul, she didn't know what he looked like. She didn't have any of his things. You can
I'm gonna
attempt
try.
to scry on.
I will try.
Oganthun.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
sure.
just see.
We don't even know what Oganthun is.
That's okay.
We just
There's
know
gonna
that
be some penalties.
they maybe existed at some point.
That's enough for me, baby.
Please make a caster level check.
I will. I
Use
have the
that
thing.
fucking Sihedron.
I have the Sihedron.
Use that
So-
+8.
Caster level check. So it's +8. Is this for spell?
Okay, you pass it. Yep,
Penetrate.
it is for spell resistance. Before I roll, does anyone want to use any hero points or anything?
I don't have any.
I will use one to
Minus 8.
minus. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I stack it?
Yeah.
Let me see if I have a hero point. I don't know if I do.
Perfect.
I have
What
a
did
hero
I roll?
point.
Ava, get out of here!
Rolled
You're
a
infecting my
3.
dice.
You don't even need to use yours.
Oh, you rolled
How you
already?
doing?
Yeah, he rolled.
Okay, thanks. I'll keep it.
Minus
think
8
it
for a
failed.
21.
Okay, so you actually see, and you've combined.
Are they
scrying with
banging
true seeing.
Xanderghoul right now? Okay, go ahead.
Interesting that you'd combine that with true seeing.
Smart.
I prepared that today, by the way.
What? True
Smart.
seeing?
So you were scrying on Oganthun.
Yes.
First, you see Althun
Yes,
standing completely submerged, but then you begin to see through her, and you realize that she was shapeshifted. and
Wait,
it actually looks
I can't
like
use
that.
it.
No!
Fucking knew it!
I knew
Oh.
It's
it.
not an
I
aboleth.
see.
Oh,
I can't
thought
see.
it was
It counts. It
She-
I
counts.
can't use.
It
I
counts.
She
can't use true
has
seeing
she
with
has
this.
jewelry. It's the bigger one.
Oh no, he
Really,
says
it
even
says-
worse.
It says in the spell text I can't.
Oh.
Can I?
Okay, so we don't know that.
Well,
Look, it says the spell
Rule of
effect.
no,
cool.
no retcons. So you
Rule
see
of
her
cool.
form just drop into this thing as it
Okay.
swims,
Down there.
and you can see that it is drawing symbols very quickly,
Uh-oh.
which are
Uh-oh.
fading from sight
Uh-oh.
Where?
as they are cast them down. In it looks
Down
like in the
in the-
lower hold somewhere.
Fucking bitch.
You're the one who
Golly.
scared her off.
Do we want that traveling with us?
Okay,
Get
so
out of my
she
vision.
was gonna kill us.
If
Okay,
you'd like,
so
you can.
can I do a
it would
check?
be knowledge dungeoneering to identify what the fuck you're looking at.
How
Oh,
close
no.
to an
Can
aboleth
she
does this
explain
look? Do
it?
you have a picture of an aboleth?
Yeah, does Sione explain what she's seeing?
Yeah.
Hold on,
One second,
hold
and
on.
I'll show you what an aboleth looks like.
I got
I
a
wanna
19.
compare.
Actually, in the artwork from this adventure, there was one. I'll use that.
Perfect.
it?
There's a
Perfect.
couple that we fought.
Yeah, I just don't remember what they look like exactly.
Those are what aboleths look like.
They look like, you
Oh,
know,
And,
they're
the-
and notice they don't
the
have
inbred
rings.
cousin.
They don't have rings.
This thing is crazy.
That person has jewelry.
Jewelry and like
So-
2 long arms.
Knowledge
They're like
dungeoneering
little like
15,
pinky
19.
19. You have no idea what
Would a
the
20
fuck
make
this
a
thing
difference?
Is. No, it would not.
Can she would she be able to
Yeah,
describe?
will you describe
Yeah.
it to us?
I want to see if I can get a nat.
Yes, I'll draw it.
Okay.
I want to try a nat
Okay.
20.
Ooh. Come on, Ola.
I am an artiste.
Dang it.
Same score. I don't think I
Oh!
liked dungeoneering.
Fea, you do know what this is.
Asshole.
I will
Yes!
whisper you.
Oh,
Though this one is
God.
clearly exemplary and has class levels.
Oh god.
Does Sione draw the rings and jewelry
I
on
draw
too?
everything. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
It has rings.
We're gonna
like
have to
this.
take care of that.
Mhm.
We have to go back down
I'm
there.
gonna flush it down the toilet where it belongs.
What
you
is it? What
suspect
is
that
it?
it would
Was
be
I right?
nobility among its kind.
What is it, Fea?
It is a veiled master.
I did
Do I know
not.
what that
I
is?
don't know what that is.
Would you say that it was drawing a symbol?
Several symbols.
I would say that.
So Feya's like a little stressed right now.
It's instructive symbols. They look like this.
So there might be one persuasion, pain, mirroring. It's not good.
So we
The
need to-
middle paragraph is especially informative if you want to know kind of what they are, by the way.
Middle paragraph?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Second paragraph.
I was right. Technically.
Sorry, I
They-
didn't think it would just teleport away.
Well, she did say that she could teleport. So
I was just trying to poke and see what would happen, you know.
Again,
Imagine-
you poke.
out of game. How epic it would have been if we had put Zin to rest, and then this thing popped out.
Sorry, I ruined everything.
We can't go down there.
I would have
Nope.
screamed. We cannot. We can't fight her in her domain. That's insane.
We go in that pain, we'll probably die. Feya's assuming that symbol of pain's gonna just wreck us.
But we
I'll
can
be
just
fine.
I can
leave her.
dispel symbols. If I can see them.
You know, the longer than we do this, the more she's gonna prepare down there.
Yeah, we can't just leave her down there though. Because
Maybe
Because
we can
I
get her
think-
back up here?
how? Sione.
I don't think we're smart enough for that.
I don't know.
Well,
if
maybe
we
she
get
I'm
her back
smart
up
travel.
enough,
there.
I'm just not charismatic enough.
I think she wanted.
Maybe she can't travel.
I'll pull out my wand of
like we
sending.
did.
Quick send a
So-
message.
Maybe
I
if
think
we
she
just carry on.
wanted Zin's clockwork reliquary
Like, hey, bro, come on back. Like, I didn't mean it. Like,
because I think she was waiting to like find a good opportunity to take that from him.
Unless she can't get up there, right? Because otherwise she
She
would have
doesn't
done
know
it
how to
herself.
access the vaults.
Yeah,
So
doesn't have
what
what
if-
she needs.
What if we offer her passage through the vaults?
Why don't we just leave her down there? Like, we go to the vaults and she won't be able to follow if she doesn't know how to do the rune things.
But then she's still here.
You do know we
You want
can't
her to-
leave from whatever that room is, right? We're gonna have to go back down. She's just gonna
Yeah, but we
trap
could
us.
do it on our terms after everything's dealt with.
Or, hear me out, we can destroy everything and piss her off to come up here.
How do we destroy everything? This palace is
Olak has fancy sword.
It's gonna take Olak a long time to hack through this palace, I'll tell you what.
Just a reminder that when you cut through the doors earlier, they regrew.
Yep.
Okay, but
That's
that's
right.
a palace, not all the sleeping army.
I don't think she. Well, she might care.
Or when I said everything, I mean everything.
But how?
Everything but the building, apparently.
how about I just send a message and we see what happens?
I don't think you should talk to her anymore.
Yeah, you've
I'm gonna be
talked to her
honest.
enough.
I think you pissed her off, and if she hears your voice again, I think she's gonna be
Oh,
like, "This
I'll
bitch."
just tell her I meant
Do it in
no
my voice.
offense.
Do it in my voice. It's okay.
I think that maybe if we.
Well, whatever you decide. Olak's casting a spell, sitting down.
So here's the thing.
Oh.
I don't think we should lead her
Sorry.
to Zin.
That's a 1 hour
But I
casting
also
time.
don't think we should just leave her down there in the water to keep preparing, because we can't fight her in the water. That's gonna go bad. That's gonna be real bad.
Don't cast those yet.
Yeah, don't cast those.
Why not?
Olak's taking 1
They
hour to
don't
cast a
last that
spell.
long.
We're still
Oh.
discussing.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Also, during the extended rest, you guys would have leveled up, so you will have those new spell slots and such for next week,
Oh.
including potentially like if you want like a gate spell or.
Let
I
me
don't know what else.
just
What's the harm in sending a message? Just tell me what you want
Because
me
you've
to
done
say.
enough.
because we need to figure out what we are saying so we don't piss her off even more. Because clearly she's
very smart.
Ira, I
No,
think we
I
can
don't
only
know.
go up from here. I've clearly pissed
I
her off.
Really don't think we can. I think we have much further to fall. That is, I think we'd only just started falling.
Question.
Hmm?
In that paragraph,
Mhm.
or in somewhere, it says strange and more dangerous entities rule over them. What are those? Is there a check I can do that rules over from the deeper sea?
They're from the sea.
I don't think that's correct. I thought they were the.
Stranger and still more dangerous entities rule over veiled masters from the deepest trenches below the sea.
Oh, it's the
Oh.
last tier with with more swishies.
Yeah.
They just have more arms.
Do you know what they're called, Alvin? Because I don't even know what those are called. Those appear in the
They
Ruins of
show
Aslan,
up
I
in
think?
Ruins of Aslan as the big boss.
I don't remember. No, the big boss of Runes of Aslan's a veiled master.
The big boss, the hidden big boss.
That's
Okay.
a veiled master.
Oh,
What is a veiled master?
then it would be the one in space.
It'd be old ones.
Oh yeah. Well, it says the deepest trenches of the sea, so that'd be like
Old
more-
ones. Yeah,
That's
like
great
Cthulhu
old ones
or
to you.
Well,
Don't you forget it. So what is a veiled master?
basically stronger aboleths.
This one can cast magic and
Oh
knows
yeah, I
like
can cast
like
a lot of magic. Yes. Yes.
does like the rune. Well, yeah, uses like runes and shit.
This is gonna hurt everybody, and now that she's been able to evaluate us, it's gonna be worse.
That's why I was like, we
She
should not
doesn't know
retaliate.
what we can do besides fireball.
She never
Electric
saw us
ball, you
fireball,
mean.
actually. To be fair,
She saw me fireball.
Oh, okay.
What?
I was trying to distract her while you guys were talking.
oh, you really set off a fireball? I thought you were
Boom.
joking.
I thought you were joking
didn't
also.
think you
Oh,
set a
no.
spell slot.
Whatever, I got spell slot.
It's only a third level spell slot.
That's
I mean,
third
what?
level.
All right.
I'm
well,
gonna wait to prepare my spells until we.
Is that the end
level
of the session, or are we have?
I mean, as you guys are having this conversation, is there anything? Once your spells are prepared and you set off, that's where we're gonna end.
Oh my
With
god.
your new foe. I don't know if you can tell, but if you look at her picture again, you'll notice that the bottom is cut off, almost like there was a name tag there that I had
That
to
you
quickly
hid.
crop out because the one
Yeah.
that I had uploaded had the stupid name in it.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you show her picture again?
This
Sure.
Is not good. This is not good.
So bad. I mean, she still looks so cool though.
I
still like
was so sure you'd figured it out when you were like, no, that's not Althun, that's Oganthun.
that. No,
I
okay.
was like,
I think
okay,
I
she
did.
knows.
I did figure it out. I just didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be wrong. But
See, I would have thought that was the biggest brain fucking thing.
well, their names end in the same 5
Right.
letters.
When you were communing,
Oh,
I was
this-
like,
so- I was like, all right, listen. I was going back and forth for that commune to find the
Is
right
that why you were
information.
making us do will saves? To
Well, yeah, that was because you were interacting with her illusion. Actually, according to what I'm reading, Abolithic Empire creations and creatures use the it pronoun exclusively. They only adopt any kind of gendered pronouns to
When they're in, like, the-
integrate into society.
Oh.
For people watching's entertainment and information, though, since I know you guys don't necessarily get to see everything that Ava did, the Veiled Masters were the semi-rulers of Abolithic society.
We're rulers.
They're noble Aboliths, basically.
Well, they also
They
ruled
were the
everything.
ones who made the decisions, and they would shapeshift into humans to walk amongst the Aslanti and the Thessalonians to manipulate, usually
They-
ingratiating themselves into high society.
basically, it's just all puppetry, really.
Is there
Mhm.
like a conspiracy theory?
They do it for fun.
Yeah, that like the whole thing. Earthfall was brought about by the Veiled Masters.
Yeah, I was gonna say they dropped the half a planet onto
They-
Galarian.
They claim that humans were their creation, that it was an experiment gone wrong, and that it was, they've grown tired of it. it's time to wipe the slate. So they called down Earthfall, but they fucked up and
This thing is
misjudged how much
scary.
damage it would do.
Also, a couple of gods got in the way.
Yeah.
So was. Oh man, now I want to know what she was saying that was true and what wasn't true.
Oh. You want? I'll give you one bluff check from them, so you can see what kind of bluff.
So I didn't figure
was-
anything out, huh?
Oh
Bye,
man.
He
Okay, I
waved.
rolled
Oh,
a
yeah, we
5
should
for a
end
total
the-
of 40.
We should probably end the stream.
Yeah, you guys didn't stand a chance. All right, though,
Plus
chat. I hope you had a good time.
35.
We need a stealth.
And we can level up,
I
right?
was rolling average of 15s to 20s for each bluff check, so
I can't even.
you
That
weren't
was
even
your
coming
5.
close. Chat, thank you for watching. If you want to see more of this or other adventures, you can find that on our YouTube channel, LinkedIn chat. Otherwise, we'll be live
in the
again
panels.
this coming Sunday with some 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, or next Monday to see how this wraps up. Maybe it'll be the end of the campaign. Maybe it won't. Maybe it's
We're just
Maybelline.
gonna
Otherwise,
die from Ogon Doom.
Okay,
have a good
I
one,
have an
everybody.
idea.
Bye.
Bye.